tools like the fine print fax tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's supersure.com. That's supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Green. Green. That's green. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Tuesday edition of The Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a good program for you this afternoon. We will get you caught up on what's happening in the world. Deb will do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, it's What'd You Do That's New. We'll go over the listener's choice, which is the rise and fall of Target. And I have something that is Jack Bradshaw focused today for you guys.
Wow.
5 o'clock hour, we'll do trivia. We'll end it up with It's Only Money with our buddy Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. And you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely, very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. That's how you call us. If you'd like to text the show, that's easy as well. Just send that text to the number 77031. You can find us on social, Instagram and Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, it's just at Jim Colbert Show or at Colbert Show. And, of course, all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check us out on YouTube, watch us do the show, get involved with our question of the day, get involved with our YouTube chat room. And if you'd like to send a comment over, you can do that as well. Grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack. We'll get you on the air.
Turn you into a superstar.
Yeah. Also, your 3 o'clock keyword is green, Green. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Green is the word, guys. Go get it.
All right. Well, I was told yesterday to remember to tell you guys something.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to make sure if
You're the best.
If we're still on track for this.
Time out. Do you have any idea what it is?
Zero clue.
And neither do I.
No way. No.
No. And I asked you to remember. I remember because I think we were going to make it our question of the day.
Yes.
GLP-1s.
There you go.
Nice.
How many of the audience are on GLP-1s? If that was going to, you said, remember that. That's going to be our question of the day today.
Yeah.
Done.
Because you wanted to have an idea of just how many.
And I thought I had another GLP-1 story, but I do not. So it doesn't work there, but either way.
But we'll make it the question of the day. How many of our audience are on GLP-1?
Yeah, GLP-1s. I mean, if I had to guess right now, I think the country, it's like almost 18% of the country's on them now or something, right? It's ridiculous. It literally is like 1 out of 5 people now.
So do you think our audience, our YouTube chat audience, will be higher or lower than the national average of 18%?
I think it'll be lower. Okay. I think it'll be lower than the national average.
You're saying they're a svelte bunch?
I don't know, man. The thing is, to be honest with you, with the GLP-1 thing, I'll give you an example. Like back in the day, if you got that stomach staple or you got the gastro bypass or the, the stomach band or what?
Yeah.
Gastric,
like any of these surgeries, I think had a kind of a weird thing when people got them.
A stigma.
Yeah, there's a stigma about it. Like, you're kind of, but for some reason, the GLP-1 thing, although it's just a pill version of those therapies, does not have that same stigma. It had it for about a month, and then all of a sudden, after everybody saw that every byproduct of this drug was also a positive.
So it's not just for some reason. It is because there are so many other positive things that it's doing. Therefore, it's like, Well, it's not. You shouldn't be shamed for taking it. Yeah, I mean,
if anything, you're shamed for not taking it.
Exactly. It's like, wait a minute. This is like a wonder drug.
Wait a minute. How come you're fat?
And the funny thing is, when this thing was first introduced, it was as expensive as one of those surgeries. Like, it wasn't like $800 a month or something when they first introduced this semaglutide thing.
I think even more than that.
Right. So I mean, and I think it only lasted like that for the first like year and a half, or was that expensive? Then once the popularity became evident, I think people were like, "Well, we need to figure out how to get this in everybody's hand."
Right.
But still, when you consider one of those surgeries, what would a bypass surgery cost? A couple $1,000?
Oh, 10 to 15 easily.
Was it really?
I know someone who traveled to Mexico to have it done.
But still, one
back then,
was it really?
I don't know. I know it's gone up. It had to be at least. I don't think you get surgery for under $5,000.
Yeah, dude. I thought it was an outpatient. I thought it was an outpatient thing, dude. Right or no? Am I way wrong there?
I don't believe it would be outpatient because it is. I mean, that's fairly involved surgery.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just don't know enough about it. I for some reason, I thought it was two sutures going in through the stomach, and they did most of it by like cam, and it was just basically a tightening or making the stomach smaller.
I guess it depends. Like if you've had gastric band surgery or you've had the stomach stapling.
Yeah. But, now with the GLP-1s and, of course, medical insurance being so high, I would think that most people would applaud people for getting on it because obviously if you're smaller, thinner, you have less weight, there are fewer medical issues you would have to deal with long term, which would obviously reduce the insurance output for the population.
It's the same thing with pregnancy or birth control, right? You figure if pay for the birth control, then that's saving you a lot more expenses
down the road.
Yes, as opposed to them having a baby and then caring for the baby that's now on that same insurance plan.
Sure.
So I think that the phrase "an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure."
Yeah. Right.
That ounce of prevention saves the insurance company money as well. I see the same thing with GLP-1s. I'm sure they've run the numbers before anyone else has.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they know at certain price point when it's cost effective, and I believe Social Security or Medicare is now covering part of it on part of the plans. Yeah, and that's what Greg Rossler was telling us last time he was in.
But somebody did just text us at 77031 saying most of those gastric surgeries are still very expensive and most insurance companies won't cover it.
Yeah, well, maybe I just had that wrong there. But when you look at the price when this thing first bumped in at $800 a month, it doesn't take much math to figure out how expensive that can be in a year. You're talking about $9,000+ a year. So theoretically, if you're on this for a couple of years, you've paid for the gastric bypass. And the other thing too is the only downside we heard of this initially was this weird thing that would happen with your stomach.
The stomach paralysis?
Yeah, but we haven't really heard about a real giant outbreak of that, and we know we have millions of users.
Well, I know for me, the bigger issue in the beginning when they started being used for weight loss was what it took away from those who needed it for diabetes.
Right.
And how exorbitantly expensive it can be for someone who needs it because of their blood sugar versus someone who's going to get the break on price because they're using it for weight loss.
Yeah.
But, we've heard of Ozempic face, we've heard of Ozempic ass, where you lose so much weight so rapidly.
Ozempic breath.
Ozempic breath, which we also heard a lot off of the Atkins diet, which was all protein, a lot of ketones in your breath.
Yeah.
So I heard about Atkins anger. I don't know if there's anything like that with GLP-1s, but I've just heard about the physical effects.
Atkins anger is simply like if you don't get a French fry, you kill.
Right, exactly.
Or if you don't get one strand of pasta, everybody in Olive Garden dies via breadstick death. That's what happens with that. Yeah.
And then you eat the weapon.
You eat the weapon, right? Exactly. You stab 45 old people to death with a breadstick and then eat it. Yeah.
Somebody said they had a family member pay $16,000 for that procedure back in 2015.
Just 10 years ago, huh?
So add in another 10, I would imagine now.
Damn.
Well, that's why you see so many people going overseas to have these procedures done.
Now, let me ask though. I mean, would the price increase, or would they have to get more competitive as people start choosing either between a lap band surgery or a GLP-1? Right? I mean, you would think that the people who are providing those surgeries kind of look at the data and go, well, I mean, we're losing to this pill. I mean, we can't keep charging $16,000 for this.
I don't know if I feel comfortable going into a surgical center with a BOGO.
Yeah. You guys offering any coupons?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is there a 2-for-1 here?
Let me go to my Aldi surgery app and see what it says.
And with surgery, I think it's it's not just the procedure; it's what they're doing itself.
The
It's
anesthesia, it's the
involved.
hospital, it's the equipment,
Yeah.
and everything's 5,000% more when you get into a hospital.
Yes.
Yeah, give me the pill.
Yeah.
Every day of the week. I wonder what the threshold is because last time I did my my update or my health update or whatever. What do you call it?
Your annual?
Yeah, my annual physical. Right, yeah.
How is the one who never goes to the doctor able to remember
Right.
that?
The guy my doctor actually suggested a GLP-1 because I was overweight and they called me pre-diabetic. Right. And I'm like, there's no way I'm taking that. Not right now because I don't feel like I'm overweight enough to take a GLP-1. Like I do carry a little bit of weight, but I look like every average white dude out there, just that little bitty 50-year-old belly.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, I don't think 6'1", 225, 226 is too bad.
Not at all.
But the thing, I'm supposed to weigh like 180 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. What do you weigh? Like 205, Jack? 190 or something?
Well, he just went with a 15.
That's close. I just gave myself the same thing. What do you weigh right now?
Right now, I weigh today 195.
195.
Don't even ask.
Does it look like I weigh 30 pounds more than Jack?
No, but I am so bad when it comes to men's weight. I would
You
have
want me to stand next to him?
Wow, didn't see that coming. Old Jack, low-hanging fruit Bradshaw.
That happens with age too.
I don't feel like I weigh 30 pounds more than Bradshaw. You stand us next to each other, we don't look all that different.
I got to tell you, did that hurt?
And I don't have hair.
Did that hurt as much as getting the AARP stuff in the mail?
Oh man, when I got that stuff, I threw it at the guy who delivered it.
The doctor says, I suggested GLP-1. I'm surprised you didn't look at him and say, yeah, well, F you too.
Look, I got to go back to the summit in a couple of days. And if he looks at me and says, it's Buongiorno free, I'm like, I don't know, dude. We have to arm wrestle on that little thing there without a paper to make sure we got it right.
Every time in AARP something comes in the mail, I'm like, honey, you got mail. She gets so mad.
Oh, yeah.
She gets so mad.
I got to eventually start looking at those deals because I like a good deal. And eventually you're going to have to start paying attention to it. You're like,
you do. Listen,
that's why I look at that stupid magazine.
You're like, insurance for how much? What?
And not only that, you don't have to be of a certain age anymore. They invite anyone.
That's a damn lie. You don't start getting that stuff till after you're 50 years old, right?
Don't make me cry.
But that magazine is like, 90 cost-saving tips?
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
Let's go.
And it's tough to see everyone you either listen to or watched on TV or in movies gracing the cover. You're like, no, this isn't making me feel any better.
But I do feel like miles ahead when they have articles that will explain technology.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like, people don't understand that. I'm like, who's that for? I'm like, oh, Jim.
You can see me reading. I'm like, no way. You can send photos via text now. I can call out of state. Unreal. They've really
I
made
can
these
smash my texts.
They made these cricket phones really. Like, does NASA know about this stuff? I feel like I have an edge over society now. All right, I saw something on Instagram today that look, man. I've had a couple drinks in my life. I've not heard these two things we're going to talk about a little bit later compared. But this lady swears that these two things are different, and I did not think they were different, but we'll find out if you guys think it's different. Plus, we have a bunch of other stuff to talk about. A lot of fun stuff coming up today. Deb, what do you got for news?
Well, for the news, we're going to talk about a new poll finding mixed support for that property tax amendment. Governor DeSantis is in the UK in a push to expand business here in Florida, and get ready for a beer that's literally out of this world. We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
All right, guys, your 3 o'clock keyword is green. That's GREEN. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with Deb's news and more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay right there.
Real Radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Yeah, you got to get them a ramp on.
Anyway.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
There's a crash off to the shoulder, slowing down traffic westbound on I-4 before Sand Lake Road. Keep an eye out for emergency crews there. There's a crash on Gore Street at Orange Blossom Trail. A crash off to the shoulder on 429 southbound before Florida's Turnpike. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center of James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Quantum Fiber Internet. Have you heard? Quantum Fiber from AT&T is offering a great deal on fast fiber internet. $55 a month for speed up to 1 gig. Find out more at quantumfiber.com. Seriously, grab this special deal now. Limited availability in select areas.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging. It is time to be a hero. Tell your friends and family about Life Imaging. And look, man, if you have a family member that you think could really benefit from the scan at Life Imaging, get them over there. That's exactly what I did when my wife and I went to get our scan. We met Judy there, went through the entire process, could not believe how easy it was. Like, no taking your clothes off, no dyes or injections, none of that stuff. And a matter of fact, like you just sit there for a few minutes and the thing's done. But the information was simply amazing. The instant that we got out of the clinic, we called her mom and dad right there from the parking lot, and we said, you have to call now, make an appointment. This is an unbelievable experience, and we need this information about you and your health. They were in their mid-60s at the time. Turns out I was standing right next to her when she got the phone call that let us both know that her parents were fine. Their hearts are in good shape. That was an amazing phone call. You could have that same experience about somebody that you love and yourself. Just get to Life Imaging. Get this free heart scan. It's just a few minimum requirements. It's a $699 value, and it's easy to make your appointment. Just simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. And guys, listen, while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection saves lives. It's Life Imaging.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
Presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile, proud partner of the 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Get that. This is my song feeling. Only at Metro.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. The number one mistake people make when getting a mortgage is not comparing their quote. It's so easy to compare at my website, thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Lord Huron Live. July 29th, Hard Rock Live Orlando. Special guest, the Army, the Navy. Tickets at Hard Rock Live box office and Ticketmaster.
As your lender, we'll need a credit check and personal references.
Not at Scott. Walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Scott. Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Late sunsets, backyard laughs, no interruptions. Celebrate America 250 with Fence Outlet. Call today and receive our 250th celebration specials. From permits to install, we handle it all. Book today at fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour, and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play.
Who let the dogs out?
Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Dining out? Yikes. Couldn't be me. Except, wait, it is me? Because now, for a limited time at McDonald's, I can get a classic McChicken or sausage burrito for just $1.50. You heard that correctly. $1.50 USD. That's less than the gas to get there. Or 1 hour of parking. Or, well, honestly, most things right now. Leave it to McDonald's to come through for me and the crew when we need it the most. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's. With refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba. To crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here. Now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine.
Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit hbnusa.com.
At work? Just pretend you're on a Zoom call with us. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. So what are you guys talking about when you go to the doctors to tell you that you need to lose weight? Man, every single time I'm in there, they're like, that's a sexy body, man. Thanks, bye.
You need to gain weight.
Good day, Jim Colbert Show. This is 5-Star Mike. I've been on a GLP-1 injection of combination of trizepatide and B12 since last October. I've lost 50 pounds. I feel great. All my numbers are in line. I can't say anything bad about it.
There you go.
Have a great day.
Same to you, buddy. Thanks.
Good after morning, Colbert Caruth. Jimmy, I hate to tell you this. Actually, no, I don't. Just because the American average white dad is balding, overweight, and has a bit of a paunch does not make it okay for your health. But beside that point, Jimmy, here's what you can do.
Okay.
Just keep your chins up.
Oh.
Pinky out.
Oh, you mother. That's Big Dog from a guy who wears size 4 boots. That's size 4, by the way.
Hit you in the feels, did he?
Yeah. The shoelace for those boots is 3.5 inches long. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Green, by the way, that is your 3 o'clock keyword, GREEN. Just slide over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Green, guys, that is your 3 o'clock keyword. We wish you the best. I'm Jim. Jack is right there. He's cackling like an old lady.
I love, like you love our relationship, Deb. I love their relationship. The Jimmy Big T dynamic.
It's awesome.
Hey, he's a good guy. I love his whole crew, man. Every time they show up, I get a big smile. They're awesome people. All right, Deb, let's get some news.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And as always, JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. All right, Tropical Storm Bertha's top winds have increased to about 60 miles per hour, but Jamie Rome, Deputy Director of the National Hurricane Center, says this may be as strong as Bertha ever gets.
Land interaction plus dry air should commence a weakening trend and continue to weaken as it sort of moves along the coast.
Rome says wind shear is not only discouraging development, it's also pushing what rain there is away from shore. Tropical storm warnings are posted for Panama City, Pensacola, and all the way to southeastern Louisiana, but a storm surge warning has been discontinued as forecasters are only expecting 1 to 3 feet. of search.
Well, okay, there you go.
Yeah, I know. That's a whole new wrinkle on that one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Only?
fine, I guess.
Okay, all right.
I'll take that knee buster.
Sure, no problem. All right, a new University of North Florida poll shows strong initial support for Florida's proposed property tax amendment. 61% of likely voters backed the measure when told it would phase out some homestead property taxes, but support dropped to 45% when respondents were told it could create an estimated $11.8 billion shortfall for local governments over 2 years. And this next sound clip is really interesting because, again, the property tax amendment requiring voter approval on the November ballot would increase the homestead exemption and limit property tax growth. Count Florida Senator Rick Scott, who lives in Collier County, as being concerned about the potential hit to core services if it passes.
The property appraiser has been putting out information in my county, and the reductions are big. So I'm worried about it in my county.
He says every voter needs to find out how a property tax reduction will affect police, fire, and education in each county. The amendment, Save Our Homes from Excessive Property Taxes, requires 60% voter approval to pass, and if approved, would take effect January 1st of 2027.
Yeah, the information is starting to kind of get out there. I saw a lot of it on Facebook today as people are, and county managers, county planners, mayors are trying to explain to people that live in their counties what exactly is going to happen if this happens to go through. It's so funny because an article I saw today in the Sentinel, I believe, said that it's really the way that it's explained can change the numbers so much. If you explain it one way, it gets 61% approval, which would pass it, right? If you explain it another way, it falls to 45%.
Which is why the lawsuit that it's currently about the ballot language is going to be so important, because what voters actually hear in the voting booth could very well change
100%.
How they feel about this.
100%.
And if you remember, we had talked about it earlier during JCS News that there was a lawsuit filed because they said, listen, the way this ballot is written, it's propaganda.
Yes.
It's propaganda. It's not really giving folks the true numbers. Disney has cut hundreds of jobs in its latest round of layoffs. This is absolutely more of a California story, but with Disney being so entrenched here in Central Florida, Pixar was reportedly the hardest hit Disney film studio in the cuts. The layoffs also impacted ESPN and NFL Network personalities as the two networks begin to integrate. Some of those let go include longtime Baseball Tonight host Carl Ravitch.
Carl Ravitch got let go, man. That's a big deal for ESPN viewers. He's been on since the 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, he's been with those guys since the 90s. Like he's like one of the last remaining staple faces of the ESPN that I knew when I was watching sports a lot when I was younger.
Well, not only that, NFL analyst Ryan Clark and NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero. This is the third round of layoffs at Disney this year. Thousands of new jobs, however, could be coming to Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis announced yesterday a British company called Relativity Space plans to expand its operations on the Space Coast. He says this is going to bring substantial capital investments and thousands of high-skill, high-wage jobs for Floridians. DeSantis also says the UK Space Agency and Space Florida signed a memorandum of understanding to advance international space collaboration. He says these deals reinforce our position as a leader in the international space race. DeSantis made the announcement while in Great Britain for the Farnborough International Air Show.
There you go.
Speaking of all things space, this one's pretty cool. SpaceX is set to launch another mission from Florida's Cape Canaveral this afternoon.
Yeah, we are.
On board is a robotic spacecraft. I know it's up to Jack whether or not this launch is even a go.
I like this.
I got shares. I'm part owner.
They're going to check with Jack Bradshaw before they send that big bird up. So
let me check my text.
There you go. See if
Elon's reaching out.
Yeah, there you go.
Right now they're in the launch tower going, somebody contact that guy with 5 shares and find out what we're doing. Somebody, please. I think his name is Jack.
Are we a go for launch or not?
Are we a go, Bradshaw?
We need 5-share Bradshaw to let us know.
Well, this is really cool because on board is a robotic spacecraft that will help extend the life of aging satellites by attaching small propulsion units.
Well, that's cool.
Once they're in orbit, liftoff is scheduled for 5:15 Eastern with a backup launch window on Wednesday. It'll also be the 32nd and final flight for the Falcon 9 booster being used on this mission.
There you go.
One other space note, a milestone anniversary for Florida Space Coast this morning. Can you believe it or not? 15 years ago, Space Shuttle Atlantis touched down for the last time at Kennedy Space Center, wrapping up mission STS-135. When the wheels came to a final stop at 5:57 a.m., it marked the end of NASA's legendary 30-year shuttle program. Over 3 decades, 5 orbiters flew more than 500 million miles.
That's so crazy.
Building the space station, launching the Hubble Space Telescope. Today, Atlantis rests permanently on display. And I believe that display is out in California.
Yeah. Yep, sure is.
All right, 2 social media influencers are facing new sex charges. The complaints against Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan were unsealed yesterday in a federal courtroom in Miami-Dade County.
By the way, saw some video of those guys yesterday, this morning actually, being perp walked, right? And it's so funny. The one that dresses like Blanche from the Golden Girls, I believe that's Andrew. His brother Tristan is behind him in what looks to be a suit that David Letterman would have worn in 1998.
Yeah.
They're walking behind. Andrew is the outspoken one. He's the one with the beard. He's the one the other one's a little quieter. One looks pretty confident, and that other guy looks like prison time in a suit. That guy is scared S-less. Look at that dude's face. He is petrified of what's going to happen if they extradite them to the UK.
Well, the rape, sex trafficking, and assault charges are based on complaints from a woman in England that date back over a decade. British authorities want the brothers extradited to face the charges. A lawyer for the Tate brothers says the charges are politically motivated, and he plans to fight the extradition request.
That's the standard line now, right?
Absolutely. Politically motivated.
Yeah.
This next story just can't get any more tragic, but a Mexican man who died after an encounter with federal immigration agents in St. Johns County and St. Augustine actually was apparently visiting Florida as a tourist.
Oh, wow.
An advocacy group says 28-year-old Juan Jairo Coronilla Duran was in the U.S. on a valid tourist visa and had been in Florida for only 2 days before his death.
Wow.
Authorities have said he was struck and killed by a semi near St. Augustine while running from immigration officers during an operation last week. The Miami Herald reports Coronilla Duran was a father of 2 who had planned to return home to Mexico just a few days later.
Wow.
I know. Just can't get any worse. Speaking of that, there's a debate.
And never say that, by the way.
Never say what?
Yeah, it can't get any worse.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Yeah, so it's like a dare these days.
I know. It seriously does seem like a dare. All right, there is a debate in Edgewater over the mayor's lawyer.
Okay.
Mayor Diesel Depew.
Double D.
Has hired the Sabatini law firm to represent him. But
oh, boy. Here come the fireworks.
Now, that's actually, some have a problem with that because the firm also represents the city.
Okay, really?
So it's representing the city and the city's mayor.
Old AI Sabatini? Isn't that the guy isn't that the dude that got slapped down by the
yes.
for using AI in his briefs? And
Did you hear about that, Jack?
Yeah, so maybe Sabatini can represent one of the parties and his AI can represent the other.
So, look, the world's crazy. There's just no other way to say it. Crazy.
This
billboard lawyer's got all the using AI in the courtroom. Like, judges just go, hey, dude, what's that?
No, and when the judges reprimanded him, they're like, dude, we've warned you about this already.
This is not the first
What are you doing?
Show your work, Anthony.
Exactly. My bad. So at yesterday's city council meeting, Councilwoman Debbie Dalbo questioned if it would create a perception of bias. Depew, though, says, this is just political optics.
There you go.
And there's nothing wrong with the firm representing him on personal issues that have nothing to do with the city. According to News 6, he also said he has no plans to hire another firm to represent him.
All right.
So take that.
You take that.
All right, you may not be aware, but the Coast Guard rescues more than just people. Coast Guard officials posted photos on Facebook yesterday from a boat crew at its Key West station showing the crew rescuing a distressed sea turtle about 7 miles south of Sugarloaf Key on Sunday. The 450-pound turtle.
Good Lord.
That's a biggins.
That is a hoss.
Was brought.
That's a hoss.
I haven't heard that since Dukes of Hazzard.
That's a VW with a pulse.
Is that really how big that is?
It's as much as Jack and I together.
What?
That's how big that is.
All
That's
right, guys, come on now. You could have.
Deb.
Jack is like, I'm not that heavy. Screw you.
450 pounds, Jack. Look, that's us.
Aw.
God almighty, that's so much.
Well, the 450-pounder was brought on board and taken to shore. The Marathon Turtle Hospital is taking care of it.
How do you get a 450-pound turtle onto your boat?
Well, I would imagine
you got to
it's
use your
Coast
legs.
Guard.
Some kind of crane, right? A lot of lifting,
You
Jackson.
definitely don't use your back. You're going to want to lift with your legs.
Need like 10 magical dolphins or something.
All right, 3 Florida reptile species are now on the federal endangered list added last week by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. That follows a decade of campaigning by the Center for Biological Diversity. Staff attorney Reagan Whitlock says the group went to court under the Endangered Species Act.
They didn't happen because the administration finally prioritized imperiled wildlife. They happened because litigation forced the government to fulfill its legal obligations under the In-Species Act.
So the Keys mole skink lizard, the Key ringneck snake, and rimrock crowned snake are all native to Miami-Dade or Monroe counties.
And one of them is beautiful. I saw a photograph of one today. It looks like a snake with legs.
Really?
And it's this beautiful, like kind of maroon, like this ox blood maroon color with some black, and it's shiny. It's a beautiful, beautiful creature.
That must be the Keys mole skink lizard with the legs on it.
Yeah, maybe so.
It's a skink.
Yeah.
They're threatened by development and sea level rise. Another group saying that Florida's gopher tortoises are also critically endangered because, development, it's slowing down though. And the center questions whether the feds will follow through with habitat protections.
There you go.
How about this? No. All right, and finally, a Texas microbrewery has plans to sell a beer that I said before the news is literally out of this world.
Okay.
Starbase Brewing, which is based in, no surprise, Austin.
Oh, was it really? Okay.
Austin. Everything cool happening right now in Texas seems to be happening in Austin.
But I thought maybe with a space connection, it would be more Houston.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Well, maybe it'll move in the future, but it's going to be using yeast that was aboard SpaceX's latest launch.
That's cool.
The payload survived re-entry and was recovered off the coast of California. The same brewery last year tested the fermentation process aboard the International Space Station, but since that was part of a NASA mission, it was only used for research, not for sale. This time, it's going to be for sale.
There you go.
So
Not
get
bad.
you yeast
little space
from
beer.
Space.
I predict it will taste zero difference.
Well, they just found sugar in deep space.
Yeah, they like the same sugar that's in raspberries or something, right? How crazy is that?
So now you've got sugar and yeast.
And when I was doing the moon stuff yesterday, talking about the moonwalk. It's wild because they talk about what the moon smells like, and I guess when they brought back that bag of moon dust, the one we talked about that got into that question, that I think it was Buzz Aldrin that kind of coined what it smells like. Do you guys remember?
Cheese.
I'm just trying to picture an astronaut huffing a big bag of moon dust.
And what were they smelling? They had their suits on. They were breathing.
But once it's in the capsule, though, right?
Oh.
Yeah, once it's in the capsule. Plus, they said that the believe it or not, it's very dusty, and the moon dust is very clingy. So when it's even though you go through a pressurized room, there's still dust on the suits, and you can still smell it from that. They said it smells like gunpowder.
Really?
Yeah, or spent fireworks. So when you go to a fireworks show, that smell that's in the air afterwards,
Like a sulfur?
Yeah, that's what it smells like. That's what moon dust is supposed to smell like. Well, that's actually what a lot of people have said the atmosphere smells like. Of course, I asked the same question. How would you know that?
Yeah. Right.
But in that same sense, they say that they have it because the particles that are on the suits when they come back in have that aroma.
Wow, I've heard that the International Space Station smells like burnt cookies.
Oh, yeah. Well, also, they say that...
and they did that on the first mission, and it just lingers. That batch of cookies they burnt.
Hey, listen, but all jokes aside, though, yesterday part of this, I couldn't get this in a sentence to make it right, but when they take water into space, it gets extra hydrogen bubbles, I believe, in it or something like that.
Okay.
So when they drink it, it's like drinking fizzy like a soda. Which, of course, has what kind of effect?
Gas.
You start farting crazy.
Yeah.
So they said that at one point in the capsule of Apollo 11, it smelled fart crazy in there because one guy apparently had an issue with that, and his stomach and he just kept farting over and over because they were drinking the water and it was fizzy. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be locked into a tent with 3 farting grown-ass men. And that's basically what it was.
No kidding.
Well, regardless, that concludes your JCS News.
Oh, yeah. We learn so much here.
Don't we?
You learn
Class
so much.
act. Class act, people.
You're welcome, Orlando. Back in a sec.
Sure, AI can mimic emotions, but it'll never understand the primal rage of spilling hot coffee on yourself while on air. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Tuesday, we are going to be expecting just a couple of afternoon and evening hit and miss showers and storms. We'll see about a 30% chance of rain. Temperature-wise, we'll be hot and humid still with highs in the mid-90s. Plan for a high of 95 degrees today in Orlando, which is above average, by the way. We'll be expecting feels like temperatures in the low 100s. We'll stay drier with only a 20% chance of rain through the end of the week with hot and humid temperatures, highs approaching the upper 90s in some spots. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Quantum Fiber Internet. Have you heard? Quantum Fiber from AT&T is offering a great deal on fast fiber internet. $55 a month for speed up to 1 gig. Find out more at quantumfiber.com. Seriously, grab this special deal now. Limited availability in select areas.
250 years. That's how long America has stood for freedom, strength, and the pride of building something that lasts. At Renewal by Andersen, they believe your home should stand for the same thing. So to honor America's 250th anniversary, Orlando homeowners get $250 off every window and door this month only. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. With American craftsmanship, expert installation, and their unmatched signature service, Renewal by Andersen delivers the strength, quality, and pride your home deserves. 250 years of America means $250 off every window and door in your replacement project. But this is a limited time offer for Central Florida homeowners. All you need to do is visit bestwindowsflorida.com and claim your savings and reserve your free design consultation. Or better yet, stop by their showroom off of Lee Road in Winter Park and see these beautiful products for yourself. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Well, storm season is here. How ready is your home? Well, with Solar Source, you get more than just energy savings. You get strength that you can trust. As Florida's oldest solar provider, back since 1984, they've been doing it. Solar Source designed systems built to withstand Florida's toughest storms. They've been here the longest. They know. If you already have solar and maybe it's not working up to speed, they have expert service teams that can repair any system, no matter who installed it, and get it performing like new. Solar Source is trusted by over 75,000 Central Florida homeowners, plus NASA, Disney, and Legoland. Go to solarsource.com today and unlock exclusive savings. That's Solar Source. Power you can rely on, even when the storm hits.
Ready to sell your home and make the process as stress-free as possible? Then contact my friends over at the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. When you sell your home at the Nickley Group, you've got great options to choose from. Sell your home the way you want to, and that includes their guaranteed cash program where you can get a fair cash offer for your home and get it sold in as little as 14 days. Go to thenickley.com or Google the Nickley Group.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
Is your child glued to their phone, endlessly scrolling Instagram, watching TikTok, living on Snapchat or YouTube? If so, they may be silently developing a serious addiction to social media platforms. Countries all around the world are banning these highly addictive apps for kids under 16. Go to socialabuse99.com right now to see if you qualify for potential compensation. Lawsuits worth millions now allege major social media companies intentionally design these platforms to addict kids under 18. Research links excessive use to depression, anxiety, eating disorders, inappropriate adult exposure, and even suicidal thoughts. If your child suffered serious emotional or psychological harm tied to social media use, you may qualify for potential compensation. Go to socialabuse99.com for a free case review. That's socialabuse99.com.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services by the Goldwater Law Firm in Phoenix, Arizona. Primary legal services performed by co-counsel law firms. For additional disclaimers, go to goldwaterlawfirm.com.
Hey, Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop three? Greenway Kia's 3 Central Florida locations give you access to 3 times the inventory. Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week only, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
America 250 is the perfect time to upgrade with Bent Outlets. Take advantage of seasonal savings and simple financing. Full service from start to finish. Book your appointment today at bentoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
The first Top Shelf Country Cruise showed out. The bar's set at Exceptional. Don't miss the second sailing in March 2027 aboard the luxurious Celebrity Summit, departing from Tampa with stops in Bimini, Key West, and Cozumel. Plus, performances from some of your favorite country artists, including Riley Green, Chris Young, Lauren Elena, and Randy Houser. Our price guarantee locks in your best deal the moment you book. No surprises. Don't settle for anything less than Top Shelf. Reserve your cabin at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
Proof that we have a face for radio. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
What's up, Colbert and Company? It's Concrete Mike. This is a test talkback. I'm in my new truck. I retired my old dinosaur at 510,000 miles. And Jimmy, I can't wait till you get a new truck and have to figure out what all these buttons and these things do. It's ridiculous. It's taking me 4 days, so I still don't know what they all do.
Thanks for playing that clip with Rick Scott in it. That reminds me, tomorrow on Amazon Prime, He-Man and Masters of the Universe drop, starring Rick Scott as Skeletor. Oh no, that was Jared Leto. Sorry.
Jimmy hit the nail on the head. Perp walked in a perp shirt. The Tate brothers get deported. These are the ICE deportations I can get behind.
There you go.
Thank you, someone, for doing their job right. Tip your crappy man fluid.
Nah, not size 4 boots, Jimmy. Try size 8.
Quiet on the set. Take 3.
When you add them up.
You know, your favorite tea back in Rockledge. And today we celebrate Take a Monkey to Lunch Day.
Oh my God, man.
Where you get a monkey, I don't know. Ask Justin Bieber.
Mount
he
Dora.
seems to have a bunch of them. Anywho, since have a good show, y'all. I got 3 beers to drink. Peace.
Peace. What'd you say?
I'm saying there's more monkeys in Mount Dora.
Are there really?
There
There's
was
more than
the
the
news
one?
last night.
Yes,
Oh,
on the news.
My man put a call out.
They're migrating up, I guess, from what
Silver Springs. Yeah, it's not that far away.
So now they're warning folks because there was that one monkey that was spotted by the Lakeside Inn by Lake Dora, but now there's others, and they're starting to explore the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So if you have cats, young children, you're out taking your dog for a walk. These are not cute Animal Kingdom or Busch Gardens animals. They're wild. Don't look at them. Don't engage with them. Just turn around and go the other direction.
Is there a monkey spray? Like a bear spray?
No.
Anyway,
No,
is that what you would do though? You would to protect yourself against them because they can be aggro. Would you bear spray them or like mace them or whatever? Is that what you would do?
I don't.
The best thing you could do is reach into your pants and throw poop at them.
Oh, they really respond well to that.
So, Jack, what, you just carry it around with you? You got a fresh load anytime?
Yeah, you just produce one.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Wow, he's got some talent.
Jack is here as well. Green is your 3 o'clock keyword. We'll have a freshie for you at the top of the hour.
Freshie.
Got about 7 minutes or so to get over to realradio.fm and send off that word, green. Hopefully you win that money. I'd like to get a winner today. Had one yesterday with the News Junkie, and we can continue on.
Monkeys in Mount Dora.
Yes,
several
monkeys
of them.
in Mount Dora. I'm trying to figure out where we're going to go because we have a shorty here before we get to the top of the hour. Then, of course, we have What You Do That's New, and then we're clean all the way through until 5 o'clock. But there are a couple things I really want to talk about. This one thing, what?
You want something short? I watched a movie last night that you saw recently.
Obsession.
Yes. It was good.
How good was that ending?
Wild. It's funny because
she said they did 2 endings. I'm like, how could they possibly choose anything other than the way that movie ended?
It was. Did we see the same ending?
Yeah.
Did they release? They did not release alternate.
Yeah.
endings.
No. The ending, but the ending was perfect because of the nature of what happened. I mean,
well. Perfect in what sense?
Perfect in the sense, the perfect way to end a horror movie, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's a victim there. There's no question.
Okay, yeah.
But in that same sense, the brilliance of ending this movie like this, and making that person do that, I think is kind of crazy. I think it's one of the best endings I've seen for a horror movie in a while, which I think is one of the tough parts about making a horror movie is how to get out of the damn thing. You have 2 choices to make, right? Either the protagonist wins, or the protagonist dies, and you have to explain why they die, or they have to die for a reason. It has to be almost martyrdom, you know?
What I liked about this horror movie, there was a lot of suspense, and there wasn't gratuitous gore. It was There was very limited spots, but it was
I expected
necessary.
way more, actually.
Right. It was necessary. So when it did happen, it shocked me more because I wasn't expecting it at that time.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of it's self-induced. So it's like one of those things. Yeah, it was a really, really good movie.
Oh, that one scene in the car. I told my wife, close your eyes. I'll tell you when you can open them.
Yeah.
That was pretty gnarly.
Yeah, super gnarly.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you should watch it. Here's the thing. It's a psychological thriller and a bit of a body morph thriller, I would say.
Is it going to be inspirational?
It is not going to be. Well, you know what, though? There is some spooky stuff.
Really?
Yeah, there is a bit of that, of an aspect of that. Yeah, absolutely. There's a bit of an aspect of that.
So it's Peacock, right? Where'd you guys watch it?
Yeah, it was, Peacock has it for free now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I like that.
Oh, yeah. Tune right in. And it's like an hour and a half. It's a real good, easy watch.
Yes.
Good dialogue. The cast is very small, so it's easy to follow.
Produced by some 20-something-year-old?
Yeah,
That's
sure enough.
crazy.
Yeah,
Written and directed.
Is this another A24?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No. This is Blumhouse.
Oh, okay.
Is it really? I thought it was A24.
No, it's Blumhouse.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
And Andy Richter is in it.
And oddly, how weird is that, by the way? And oddly enough, because you do have a bit of a spooky part of your personality, would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do horror movies, do you?
No, I get that with the news. I wish I were joking. But
And normally I don't, and my wife doesn't, but she enjoyed it as well.
Oh, that says a lot.
Yeah, but except that scene when I'm like, close your eyes.
Yeah.
Don't look.
Somebody just texted and said they saw it last night and said it was pretty darn good as well.
Yes.
I mean, there's a reason why it's like one of those breakout movies of the year. It hasn't already set the record for the lowest cost for a movie to make that much money, like The Margin. It's one of the biggest ever in that field, right?
I would imagine. I mean, everyone has talked about Obsession. It's Rotten Tomatoes 94% rating.
It is an unbelievably good picture.
IMDb 7.9 out of 10.
You know what was cool?
I think that's low.
Outside of Andy Richter, which we mentioned, and he had a small role, you don't recognize anyone else, and you don't need to. I'm kind of enjoying that more now in movies when it's people I don't know.
We talked to Emily about that very thing 3 weeks ago, about the idea of these movies doing just that. Like, there's not only do they save themselves budget money, but I don't know that younger people care that stars are in these movies. They're still looking for really good stories, and they're looking for good acting. And let's face it, man, there are a lot of really good actors out there. Just a few of them become very, big and household names, but you could watch 100 movies that you've never heard of, and the acting performances are going to be insanely good. By the way, the casting on this movie couldn't have been any better.
They shot it over 20 days in Los Angeles at a cost of, guess,
$7 million.
No, I don't even think it was that much.
There's a 7 in it.
100,000.
750,000? Exactly.
Yeah.
$750,000.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
What do you think it made worldwide?
$460 million.
You're pretty good at this game, buddy. $443 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think about that.
You want to talk about your return on investment. Yeah, he gets a dong, actually, for that. Those are some pretty amazing
numbers. So they spent
numbers.
just a little bit more than a starter home.
Starting home.
Yeah. Starter home. I was trying to wiggle in there between your blah, blah, blahs.
I heard starting home.
Yeah.
But it could be home.
But $450 million.
Wow. That's...
Now, someone says don't watch Backroom. That was the other one that came out was young, internet influencer produced or created.
Kind of meme-powered type thing? Or
but, I don't know.
It still did well.
If it's for free, I'll watch it.
But the funny thing is, I was on Instagram the other day, and a guy says, hey, I just entered this old warehouse building that was out in the Midwest somewhere, and it was one of these cavernous kind of trucking facilities that also had offices, that also had distribution and manufacturing all in one facility, and it had been abandoned, but it had power. And the guy he goes, hey, I heard that if you go in here, it's kind of trippy because it's a real backroom scenario, right? Where just like you open up a door and it's endless office space with that terrible lighting that comes down that sets the tone for all those like office movies. And sure enough, dude opens his door, and you couldn't even see the end of it all. It was just office space and office space, one after the other, as far as you could see, as far as you could walk.
I think you just described a lot of people's nightmares.
Oh, yeah, it was. It was very kind of creepy, oddly spooky.
Oh, I bet.
All right, 407-916-1041. Again, always text us at 77031. Let's take a little break. We'll come back. Got a fresh keyword for you at the top of the hour. We'll do What'd You Do That's New next.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Looks like that crash has been cleared up on Altamont Drive before I-4. Traffic's getting by in all lanes. Just look out for emergency crews still in the area. There's a crash getting cleared up on 429 southbound before Florida's Turnpike. That's off to the shoulder. A disabled vehicle slowing down traffic through the city on I-4 westbound near Robinson Street. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. At some point, body pain may creep in and become your reality that day. But Aleve is here to keep you moving. One pill gives you up to 12 hours of body pain relief. So don't let pain hold you back. Try Aleve today. Use as directed.
Man, I know this. If you live in Florida, you better have an AC company that you can trust. One that you can call on at any single time of the day. My friends over at Mills Air, that's who we trust, and I know you can as well. These guys have been in town for 30-plus years, and their techs are awesome. They can service any brand out there. Not to mention, they'll never make you feel uncomfortable when they're on your property working. These guys are total pros, and they're Carrier Factory authorized dealers. That's super important, guys, because here's the deal. If you do need a new unit, how about up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit? You can do that with Mills Air. Turn to the experts at Mills Air and Carrier. Family owned and operated and ready to help you right now. Make an appointment easily at 407-277-1159. Online, it's millsair.com.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Erin, whose migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies is easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Think you're not the suing type? But you aren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
When power goes out and cell networks fail, AM radio can be a lifeline with local news, weather, and emergency information. But time is running out. AM radio could disappear from new cars unless Congress acts. Please text the 2 letters AM to 39179 and tell Congress to vote yes on the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Text the letters AM to 39179. Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop. This message furnished by this station.
Is your child glued to their phone, endlessly scrolling Instagram, watching TikTok, living on Snapchat or YouTube? If so, they may be silently developing a serious addiction to social media platforms. Countries all around the world are banning these highly addictive apps for kids under 16. Go to socialabuse99.com right now to see if you qualify for potential compensation. Lawsuits worth millions now allege major social media companies intentionally design these platforms to addict kids under 18. Research links excessive use to depression, anxiety, eating disorders, inappropriate adult exposure, and even suicidal thoughts. If your child suffered serious emotional or psychological harm tied to social media use, you may qualify for potential compensation. Go to socialabuse99.com for a free case review. That's socialabuse99.com.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services by the Goldwater Law Firm in Phoenix, Arizona. Primary legal services performed by co-counsel law firms. For additional disclaimers, go to goldwaterlawfirm.com.
Point! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
If you're thinking about selling your home this summer, there's no better time than now. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can skip the market uncertainty and sell your home hassle-free and for top dollar. Hi, it's Jack. Go to markspain.com and start packing.
From Longwood to Kissimmee, America 250 savings are here. Take advantage of Fence Outlet's seasonal savings and simple financing. From permits to install, we do it all. Call today for 250th celebration specials or go to fenceoutlet.com. License numbers C10252 and C10803.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
So, did I just hear Deborah say that DeSantis is over in Europe at the Farnborough Air Show? Is Hegseth and Kid Rock like doing the flight plan, or what's going on? It kind of sounds like it tracks, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't read anything about that today.
Yeah, I mean, Farnborough.
Yeah.
It's one of those reciprocal like travel things where like you go to your sister city and it's like, hey, you come over here and we'll come over there.
We getting some Lamborghini tractors?
Yeah.
All right, credit. That is your 4 o'clock keyword, CREDIT. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Credit is the word, guys. Good luck. We hope you win. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Let's do what you do that's new.
What'd you do that's new? What'd you do that's new? Hey, if we only knew something new to do, we're relying on you. Tell us something new brought to you by Clausman Law.
That's right, Clausman Law, KLAUSMAN Law.com. Office is right there in Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash, call Clausman. We'll talk to Glenn on Thursday for Colbert Court. Until then, every single Tuesday around this time, we will do What'd You Do That's New. One member of the show or our audience will choose something for us to watch, read, or listen to. We will do that and then reconvene, discuss it, and move on. This week, it actually is a listener's choice, and then I have something for you guys here in a few seconds. Jackson.
Yeah, Alex has offered stuff before, and we usually solicit them on Gym members. It's our Facebook group. We invite everyone to join Gym members on Facebook. It's a group of our listeners, and we love that little connection there.
It's free and very caustic.
Yeah. Is it, though?
No, it's not really at all.
It's actually pretty
It's
chill.
yeah.
I kind of like that.
It's very chill.
The video is The Rise and Fall of Target, which the topic itself is interesting to me. This is done by Michael Girdley, and apparently this is what he does, and he does it well.
He actually does it really well.
Yeah. He has a whole channel, and the rise and fall of, and it's all these different businesses you can imagine. Many are still like American Airlines, I believe, is his most recent one. He even had another one. I watched this. I liked it so much. I watched the rise of Aldi. And they don't have the fall of Aldi yet. It's just the rise of Aldi.
Aldi hasn't fallen, which is kind of weird because Target is in bad shape. I mean, obviously at the end of this, you hear how much their stock price has dropped over the last 5-8 years, and it is not good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you get that vibe when you go to a Target, though? Do you get the vibe that things aren't well there?
The vibe I have about Target, and I think it happened with this whole this woke thing and anti-woke thing where they were and he addresses this in the video, where they leaned into diversity and representation, and then when there was a little backlash, and people started boycotting, then they ran away from it,
alienating everyone.
Yeah, so it's like the worst way to handle it because now it's just like, okay, now you just pissed off everybody.
And that was really just the cherry because so many other things happened before that leading to their kind of their fall that was just really one of the most vocal and one of the things we saw the most in the media.
It kind of seemed to be the thing that Target does the best. I hate to say it, but running away when the chips came down, when the big data breach happened in 2013,
right?
And the brass in Minnesota decided not to do anything about it, and then you find out that 70 million customer records and 40 million have their bank stuff stolen.
Yeah.
Then they try to take over Canada and think they're just going to swoop in and just change the face of that shopping experience, get their ass handed to them, and end up having to skulk out of that country. Then you've got the whole trying to weigh into the political landscape thing, decide that doesn't work, and rather than stick it out one way or the other, they just pulled up stake and ran.
Yeah. And this is all under one guy's tutelage, right? I mean, that when the one dude marketing guy left, everything kind of fell apart.
Well, yeah, the original guy, or the guy who had it right up until he retired in 2008, where he kind of
Heinrich?
Yeah, he had him on point and sailing forward. And then what was interesting, and the thing I learned about the guy who replaced him, came from inside the company.
Yeah.
And so the downside to that is you don't get new ideas. You just have people doing what. So you think on the positive is, oh, he's familiar with the brand. He knows how we've done it. He can continue the success we were experiencing.
But he's also institutionalized.
Right. So you're not getting the idea generator was the guy who retired.
Right.
So now when you're generating the ideas and they're not quite fitting the form,
which is incredible. I mean, in the early 90s, Target was it. Like, I remember
Target, baby.
Target. I remember buying that really cool tea kettle that sent the world. And, when they got in with the designers, I had really cool furniture from Target, something that looked really hip, but you didn't pay an arm and a leg for.
And something that's even more rare than that, a fashion brands that actually took off from a discount retailer.
Yeah.
Something you would have to usually go to the mall to find that would people that wouldn't scoff at you from wearing a Massimo shirt or whatever, but Target kind of slid into those DMs and was allowed to make clothes that people would wear out in public and not get ragged on for it.
And they did a good job.
The leather jacket, I bought a leather jacket there 25 years ago that I still wear.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I love it.
And look, man, it is wild because, Target used to be that thing. I knew, and this guy even talks about this. Like, this guy talks about, going into a Target years ago on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Like after a date, because the treasure hunting aspect of going to Target back in the day was kind of cool. But the one thing he leaned this on, I found quite odd, because you figure with so many directors and so many committees in a company that's big, that this wouldn't be able to shine through. But the hubris of the country that company, that they believed that just because their brand name was so big that they literally could do anything they want and the customers would just kind of take it.
Yeah.
They would kind of just keep taking it and pay, and they just got shown, like, without question, that is not the case.
I mean, and their hubris went so much that, the main office told the stores what they were going to have on the shelves instead of listening to the stores that sold to your customers.
Yeah.
They're telling you what the people want.
Push or pull ordering. Pull is when you order the things that you're selling and that you need at your specific location. Push, it comes from corporate, where they said, you all will take this product.
Right.
And that's the thing. He talks about how
post-COVID,
they were not able to compete with their grocery. They didn't have they buy the bulk that Walmart did. They couldn't compete with those prices.
Can't compete with Amazon.
Yeah.
They fell into that rut there, but they were in such a bad spot. And man, it is like, I did not realize it was that bad off at Target. I mean, I knew they'd taken a couple pretty big hits, but man, when they started listing that stuff out, I'm like, how's this place still in business?
And yet my neighborhood Target is full of young women. They have an Ulta makeup store in there. Now, I know it's not going to be there they're going to be replacing it with something else, but it's nothing to see gaggles of young women all over the Target and Mount Doris shopping the makeup, the press-on nails, and eyelashes.
And that's a beautiful story. You're right, because it's right on the corner for me as well. But the interesting thing about the Target is they talk about the locations and how when the new management came in, that they weren't, I mean, I know that was in Canada as well, but like they started shutting down these locations in areas where they were getting no foot traffic anymore. But those stores had been open for years and already had been kind of dominated by the Walmart and Dollar General products that they kind of fell into. And you're right, the last, like the cherry on the top of that was the embracing of the LGBTQ and trans communities right up front with, some outrageous stuff like,
I did not know that they sold clothing with tuck options. And this was the first time when I heard just how hard Target leaned in. Now, if they had just kept it as a pride collection with maybe, clothes that spoke positivity without being that shocking.
But here's the deal with that shocking. It was something that was on sale there and we didn't know about it. It doesn't become shocking till someone starts protesting it.
Well, they moved it up front too, didn't they?
I've got a problem with you selling it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen it up front. So, I didn't know about it until I watched this.
Yeah.
So it's the fact that they made it available to a community, and I don't see anything wrong with that. But it was when they started getting protests because people didn't like the fact that they were catering to an LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
And so that's my problem with Target is then they abandoned that community.
Yeah, I remember seeing videos after this thing hit of people walking into Targets and they had put that stuff up like right when you walk in, you were seeing like, baby clothes that were supporting that lifestyle and stuff. And people were like, obviously, out on social media, it's the Wild West. You can do whatever you want.
I don't fault them for doing it. I fault them for running away from it. I wish they would have just gave a middle finger to the people initially protesting. Oh, we don't like it. So great. Don't buy it. It's not for you.
Yeah, it's wild how that whole brand has kind of taken the L's, man, because it is like their stock price was down how much?
Oh, at one time it was like he just kept using the B word. I'm like, billion here, 15 billion there.
Evaluation went from 120 billion down to 50
billion.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, I still love them. I still love shopping there. I still love trying to find really cool, kind of hip products for the house that don't cost an arm and a leg.
Well, and they can still course correct and still offer good products. It's just for if you like what you're experiencing in your store, then by all means, there's no problem for you.
Right.
It's the company that has to kind of solve the problem. Yeah. How do we make this work nationwide?
And they talked about the COVID thing because Target was so far behind on COVID that they stocked up on all these things because they thought COVID was going to be longer than it was. So they bought all the things for working at home, for making yourself comfortable at home, and they stocked
bread
up
makers.
on this stuff, thinking that, bread makers, all the stuff that people
Blankets.
were doing, thinking that people are going to be doing this for a couple of years and it would sell. Then, of course, in 2021, early 2022, and all that kind of blew over, they're sitting with warehouses, tens of hundreds of millions of dollars worth of this product they have to unload, but now they have to unload at cost or maybe a dollar or two over cost just to get rid of it, costing them even more margin. I think their margin dropped from 20% down to like 13%.
Texter says their stock is up 40% year to date. Now, this video he made, I think it was only a couple months ago it came out.
Yeah, just beginning of this year, I thought.
Yeah.
Real interesting guy.
Maybe they are turning it around. Yeah. Good for them.
Well, they have such a strong brand. They just have to lean in and kind of get it right. But and by the way, what you said earlier, because the gentleman had mentioned that about getting new ideas in there. Not only do I believe those people were institutionalized, one of the things he talked about is that if you are already in the building, it's hard for somebody that's already been there to talk to people who've been there for years about new ideas and telling them there's not. Their ideas aren't good. You need an outsider that can come in that don't have social relationships with people in the C-suite so that they can tell them, hey, this isn't right. Yeah, I don't care about hurting your feelings. This isn't good for the company.
Because a subordinate's not going to say, I think this is a bad plan when they're trying to protect their career.
Exactly. Yeah. Very interesting. You know, check that out. It's the JimColbertLive.com. Go to the What You Do It's New master list. It's right there where you can click right through.
No, somebody just texted us and said that their aunt is a Target executive. Their biggest issue is shoplifting and theft, which we also learned in this video is a big issue for Dollar Tree and for Walmart's. But the problem with Target,
retailer.
Exactly. But the problem with Target is that they couldn't absorb the losses because they weren't making enough money to make up for what they were losing.
Right. Their margins were cut so low they didn't have any cushion in there to take the theft.
So in that one city, they had to close 5 to 7 stores and shut them down, is because they simply couldn't absorb what the other retailers could.
Still don't understand why it didn't hit in Canada. But it said Walmart's hitting now. They just rolled it out too fast in Canada, and they should have just taken it easier because Canadians, I guess, maybe adapt slower or something. I don't know.
I thought it was fascinating how he explained it.
Yeah,
what Walmart did, and I know we're late, but
they bought over there.
Yeah, they did one store at a time, and they learned from their mistake. They adjust to the Canadian the buyer, and then they grow from that slowly. What Target tried to do is they
ram it down their throat.
They bought a defunct chain, so they had locations all over, and there was a reason that previous chain was defunct.
Yeah, the locations were terrible places.
So you buy those problems as well, and they tried to do it all at once without the infrastructure that was naturally be there. They just tried to go from 0 to 60 way too fast.
$7 billion hit for that.
Yeah.
$7 billion. All right, real quick, I'll get this for you when we get out of here. It's so what I got for you guys this day is for next week is I leaned on Jack for this one. I love the How It's Made series. It's one of my favorite things. So what I have for you next week is How It's Made mustard and ketchup, specifically Heinz ketchup.
Let's go.
So, check it out. Fascinating, by the way, how they harvest mustard. So all that's at JimColbertLive.com, and we'll be back in 1 sec.
What you do that's new, brought to you by Glenn Klossman, KLAUSNANLAW.com.
Proudly sponsored since day one by Glenn Klossman, KlossmanLaw.com.
Bye.
Traffic starting to slow down on I-4 before you head over St. John's River Bridge, before Lee Road, through the city, near that State Road 408 exit, getting through Celebration, it's stop and go. Look out for emergency crews off to the shoulder, clearing up that crash on Altamont Drive before I-4. Looks like all lanes are getting by there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
If you're thinking about selling your home this summer, there's no better time than now. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can skip the market uncertainty and sell your home hassle-free and for top dollar. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our guaranteed offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Hey Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop three? Greenway Kia's 3 Central Florida locations give you access to 3 times the inventory. Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week only, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Russ Rollins here. This July, celebrate America's 250th birthday by declaring your freedom on outdated bathrooms, hard-to-clean grout, and the worry of hidden leaks. At HBN Bath, they'll help you enjoy beautiful, low-maintenance shower designs with quality products from brands like Moen. For a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. It's your chance to declare independence from old bathrooms once and for all. Visit HBNUSA.com. That's HBNUSA.com. License number CBC 1255975.
Tired of sketchy online lenders? Then go to Amscot and talk to a real person.
Walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000.
Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Amscot!
Some people are all talk, but conservative farmer Wilton Simpson gets the job done. That's why 61 Florida sheriffs, 24 former Cattlemen Association presidents, and Governor Ron DeSantis all agree. We need Republican Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. They endorse him because Wilton's done the job before. Safeguarding our food supply, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson banned hostile nations, including China, from buying Florida farmland. Standing with our farmers and against overdevelopment, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson increased farmland preservation by 243%. Expanding Florida's wildlife corridors, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson created the Florida Wildlife Corridor Program and conserved 18 million acres of Florida land, including thousands of acres of working farmland. Wilton Simpson is a conservative workhorse who gets the job done. A proven conservative farmer endorsed by Ron DeSantis. Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. Paid for by Wilton Simpson, Republican, for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
You heard everything. Incredible! iHeartRadio and Fox Sports brought you every 2026 FIFA World Cup moment.
Absolutely free.
Magical! The entire sports world is waiting for you on the iHeartRadio app.
Football is coming.
Touchdown! The official NFL podcast network. Plus the second half of the baseball season.
Oh my goodness!
All the sports you love, all in one place. All free. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
And search sports.
The first Top Shelf Country Cruise showed out. The bar's set at exceptional. Don't miss the second sailing in March 2027 aboard the luxurious Celebrity Summit, departing from Tampa with stops in Bimini, Key West, and Cozumel. Plus, performances from some of your favorite country artists, including Riley Green, Chris Young, Lauren Elena, and Randy Houser. Our price guarantee locks in your best deal the moment you book. No surprises. Don't settle for anything less than Top Shelf. Reserve your cabin at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
All right, your 4 o'clock keyword is credit, CREDIT. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Credit, guys, that is your 4 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win. Need a winner. Had one yesterday. Would like to add on to that. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
And Jack is here as well.
Hello.
So today, tooling through Instagram as I will when I take a little break from writing the show and stuff like that. You guys do that, by the way? You know what's good for you?
Nope.
Like if you're in the middle of you have like a 2.5 hour session where you've just kind of been grinding to stop for maybe 5-8 minutes or so and then go back. You don't do that?
8 minutes. What are you talking about? That 8 minutes turns into a quick 45.
I will. I'll take a couple seconds. I'll slide over, maybe rip through social, see if anything is dropped on social media, and then go right back. I'll do that occasionally. And while doing that today, I saw a woman who is a self-acclaimed recovering alcoholic. She actually tells a story about losing everything to alcoholism. And at one point, she was a TV news anchor, right? An evening TV news anchor. So she's educated. You could obviously see she'd done well, but had a massive drinking problem. And so she starts talking about her exploits while drinking. Not doing anything crazy. She just talks about some of the terminology used in drinking. And she said something I found very interesting because I've not heard this used like this before. She said she used to drink till she blacked out. Almost every night she would drink until she blacked out. And I thought to myself, oh my, okay, well, I mean, you drink until you pass out. That's, everybody knows that's a big, that's not a good thing. But she didn't mention passing out because she was saying that blacking out and passing out are two different things. And I've not heard that before. I always thought that when you blacked out, I got blackout drunk, that I just drank so much that I passed out. And I just basically forgot everything that I did that day or just kind of blacked out.
Blackout is you are functioning, but you don't remember it.
Really?
Passing out is unconscious.
Right. So passing out. So blacking out. What happens? I've never had this experience.
Like you'd be you'd be carrying people around a bowling alley.
Yeah. But I wasn't blacked out. I knew exactly what I was doing. I was just having a good time.
Right. But it would be that. It would be drinking where you are still interacting with people.
But you do not remember anything you've done.
You don't remember it.
Okay, so let me ask. In the world of drinking, is that a thing that only certain people can experience? Like they get so drunk that they literally black out. They start losing memory of what they've done. I mean, I know that sounds silly to ask because everybody's like, well, sure, Jimmy, we've all done that. I mean, I've not really done that. I've been blotto drunk, but I remember damn near everything I did. At Otto's wedding, that's almost the drunkest I've ever been in my life. And I can still tell those stories because they're funny because I didn't black out. I remember everything. I was just really, really, really drunk.
I don't know how much you can trust your memory if you are in that condition, though.
Really?
Yeah, I would think.
I mean, if you ask Craig, Craig could pretty much tell you everything that happened that night, and I would be able to tell you easily I remember every single bit of it. That was the kind of weird thing about that night.
I mean, you remember it when someone else says it, then you're like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, it was different for me. And I have had enough alcohol until I've passed out. I mean, I think everybody's done that, right?
Yeah.
You drink so much, you get sleepy, you pass out.
Then you got to put that foot on the floor for the spins.
Right, exactly. You got to put that one foot on the floor so your bedroom doesn't take off.
Exactly. Why is the earth tipping?
When's the last time you did that? When's the last time you got spinny drunk?
Oh.
It's been so long. I hate that feeling.
Thursday?
Did you really?
No.
Yeah. I hate that feeling so much.
That's a terrible feeling.
I'm terrified of it. So if I even think I'm getting near that feeling, I just we're shutting that down.
It's been years.
Yeah. But that's why when I saw she talked about blacking out as opposed to passing out and didn't include it, I was like,
blacking out is more dangerous.
I would agree with that because if you still think that
your
you can do
body
stuff,
is out there doing stuff, you just don't remember it.
Driving.
Yeah.
And by the way, she said that she got a DUI.
Yeah.
A felony DUI from that. Now, I don't know what that means, a felony DUI. That
could
means
be property damage or injury.
Oh, yeah. Like you hit somebody and injured them. Yeah, I guess so. Wow. Yeah. When she was talking about it, I was like, oh, man, that's wild. I remember being drunk enough to have a lot of fun and smile and act a fool, but I remembered every single bit of it. But I wonder if alcoholics themselves deal with that. Like just alcoholics. I wonder if that's maybe an assumed thing that you drink so much that your body just kind of acclimates to that. And although you don't get tired and kind of get sleepy, you just kind of power through.
Like blackout is only a byproduct of continued drinking, more associated or likely to be for someone who's an alcoholic.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody just texted and said blackout means your brain stops recording.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an easy way to put it, but I guess that's kind of the accurate way to do it, huh?
Yeah.
There's also a thing called a whiteout. I've not heard that one.
A what?
Blackout's like an autopilot, I guess. You drink just so much that your body, just your id takes over.
But what's a whiteout?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of a whiteout. I don't know what a whiteout means when you're drinking.
I think it's when you're drinking at a Klan rally.
Maybe it's you're drinking and it just makes you so positive that everything you do is good.
I love you.
It says, I'm with you, Jimmy. I remember exactly what stupid thing I was doing. The next morning I had that, what did I do thing. I know exactly who I need to apologize to. Blacked out once as a teenager, never again. 36 years old, never been drunk. Blacking out is scary AF. Did it a few times when I was young and dumb.
Somebody said if it's questionable but a little fuzzy, then it's called a brownout.
Oh, really? I've not heard that. Brownout sounds bad. Let's not do that one. Yeah. It says here, I think some people pass out before they black out. I got so drunk one time I was walking down the street holding a baby Jesus statue, and I only know what happened due to pictures that were taken that day.
Yeah, that's another one when you see pictures of you, like doing things you don't remember.
Right.
Blackout.
God, I was trying to rack my brain to figure out if I've ever done that before. If I've ever been blackout drunk. I'm sure I have. I've been drunk a bunch in my life, which is sad but true. But I don't remember doing anything I don't remember. I remember getting pulled over once when I really, really shouldn't have been driving. I was 16 or 17 years old, and my buddy was not as drunk, and I had no idea what I was driving. But not only do I remember being pulled over, it was a state trooper as well. That my buddy got out and started talking to him about it, and we got back in, and I remember every single thing about it. He drove home that night, and everything was fine, but it was just kind of wild. Even though I was so drunk, I slept in the yard when I got home. I remembered the encounter, every single bit about it.
Yeah, because you got to go home.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, because the option there was not so good.
Exactly.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. There's another thing I wanted to talk about I found kind of interesting. Of course, we know with Polymarket and Kalshi, the betting apps, we've seen
prediction markets.
Yeah,
right?
we've seen everything happen. We just recently saw that the White House teleprompter writer was he let go?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, they fired him
yeah.
because he was betting on, I guess, maybe betting on how many words are being said or how many times.
Where he
how
had
many
inside
times,
knowledge.
How many times he says a certain word or whatever. And he won like $100,000 over a period of time. They let him go. And we've heard everything you can bet on. And when it comes to Polymarket, have you guys heard this latest story of what people were betting on? Now, here's the thing. Do you believe eventually that this is going to be regulated in some way, shape, or form? Do you believe that? Do you believe eventually the government's going to step in and go, hey, look, we understand that this is a legitimate business, that the idea of predicting stuff and betting on it sounds kind of novel, it's fun, but at what point are they going to limit what you can bet on?
I thought we would have saw some backlash after a member of the strike team bet on the Venezuelan raid.
Yeah, I thought we did, though, didn't we? I thought, didn't that guy get reprimanded?
Individually,
right.
You're seeing that, and now Kalshi is... See, if they don't self-regulate, then it gets out of hand, and then the government steps in.
Right.
Depending on how functional the government is on this.
Should you be able... go ahead.
Yeah, so with this, just like they say they're cutting down on trying to identify people guilty of insider trading. So I think they'd use this White House teleprompter operator as an example of them self-policing.
On Kalshi or Polymarket, do they have like a Deadpool? Can you gamble on humans on the detriment of a human being?
The last time I looked, and this was months ago, I haven't been on these sites because I don't want to go down that road.
Right.
You could, but it was more of like it was Maduro's fate.
Right, yeah. Well,
Right, it was world leaders' fate, which is still just as tasteless.
This story will tell you it is ultimately tasteless. What do you think people are betting on right now in Polymarket? And I got another question about the Polymarket and Kalshi thing. Who makes the subject? In other words, who decides what can get bet on? Is that the app or is that user produced?
I don't know.
Yeah, because I find that very interesting. If it's user produced and somebody says, hey, we should be able to bet on this, somebody set up a thing where we can gamble on this, that's one thing. Still has to be regulated by the app, though.
Right.
They would still have the ability to shut that down. Or if the app says, hey, this looks like it has some promise, let's put that up there and see if people gamble on that. Right? Either way, what do you think this story's about? What are people gambling on?
Obviously, the demise of someone.
It is the demise of someone or something.
Ooh, democracy?
I was going to say democracy.
How about the Eaton fire? As the fire swept through L.A. and Altadena last year, it claimed 19 lives, right? In January of 2025, as the L.A. fires raged, people placed bets on Polymarket, one of the leading prediction market platforms. They waged money on how many acres the fire would consume, which locations the flames would reach, and where and when they would be contained. People were betting on the destruction of a wildfire on Polymarket and Kalshi.
Which is, and what's so wrong about that is because there are people who can affect that,
yes.
Right? Like anybody, if they wanted to, have enough money, it's like, oh, well, if I just, move the fire over here or create one, they'll just think it's part of the same and I'll win my bet.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And desperate people looking for money.
Yeah.
It says here it was pretty dystopian, said this California-based climate scientist who works at the nonprofit Climate Central. He says, it's not just easy to start a fire. Now there's a potential financial incentive. And could you imagine if I knew a place in L.A. where I could go over there and it was like roads on all sides, and if I just set this cube on fire, chances are it would be contained within this cube, and then you could bet, I think it's going to burn about 15 acres. Well, you know? It says Polymarket is part of a booming multi-billion-dollar industry, which allows people to bet on the outcome of almost any future event, from the results of football games and elections to the number of social media posts Elon Musk makes. It says some prediction markets also allow people to bet on wildfires, as well as climate change-fueled extreme weather events.
And again, like something like Elon Musk wouldn't have to do this for money, but he can do it just to mess with.
Yeah, just for fun.
Just for fun is how many posts. And if it's someone around him.
Yeah. It's easily fixable. That's why I do not understand how it works or how people roll the dice on these things, because it's so easy to manipulate based on the subject matter, based on what you're betting on. No different than the teleprompter guy or the invasion guys who have inside knowledge of where it's going, where it's going to land first, what the target is. All of those things would be things that you would bet on in the app. This is Polymarket says this platform is a valuable source of information during disasters. Quote, people turn to news for commentary and they come to Polymarket for information. While we're not blind to the risks, removing these markets does not prevent a tragedy, but does make the most accurate information less accessible to the people who need it first.
You mean the bettors?
Yeah.
Because I'm not imagining too many first responders are hanging out on Kalshi or Polymarket trying to figure out where to, cut their fire line next.
It says people have been betting on the weather for, long before the dawn of the internet. That's what they're trying to say. Whether it be for your fishing, hunting, planting your crops, reaping your crops. I mean, that's what they're basically saying is we've gambled on weather as human beings, as a species.
So it's
for
okay.
for our entire existence. That's what that's the logic they're trying to use to justify this.
Yeah, I think the wildfire is a next level event. I wouldn't classify that as weather. Texter, I think, nails it. They will regulate this as soon as regular people find a way to benefit.
Yeah, right. It says the Polymarket creates market. The Polymarket team creates markets with input from users by formulating questions to which the answer is usually yes or no. Users buy shares in an outcome between $1 or no money and $1. If yes shares are trading at 65 cents each, for example, that means the market thinks that there's a 65% chance that the outcome of that happening. Shares in the correct outcome are paid out at $1 each. So I bet 65 cents, and if I win 35 cents, right? That's what I'm profiting?
I guess. I figured if I started to try to understand it, I'd be one step closer to putting money in.
Well, theoretically, there you are. 4:30 today. I made it till 4:30. But I mean, when hurricane season starts, and even this thing going across the Gulf right now, so you would be able to go and find those Gulf cities in Texas and go, okay, well, I wonder how much damage is going to be made here, right? How much is the storm surge going to damage? And you start betting on an outcome like, how much is Katrina going to cost? Like, while people are being rescued from rooftops and their power's out and an entire city is struggling to stay alive, people that aren't in that city would be betting on the amount of damage or the amount of homes lost.
Nothing I'd want to put my money on.
Bad karma.
It does seem
bad karma.
Very
there you go.
Very dystopian. I think that word is absolutely perfect for this. Extremely dystopian.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Back in one sec.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Real Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Tuesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting fewer rain and storm chances. It's still going to be quite hot and humid, though. So plan for around a 30% chance of a couple of hit and miss afternoon and evening showers and storms, some of which could provide some frequent lightning and thunder, heavy rain, gusty winds. Temperature-wise, it will be hot, though, with highs in the mid-90s. Plan for a high of 95 degrees, but feels like temperatures in the low 100s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Quantum Fiber Internet. Have you heard? Quantum Fiber from AT&T is offering a great deal on fast fiber internet. $55 a month for speed up to 1 gig. Find out more at quantumfiber.com. Seriously, grab this special deal now. Limited availability in select areas.
C-Lane here, and guys, let's have a chat for a second. If you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction or PE show up in the bedroom, that's not something that fixes itself. It might be time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. A lot of guys are calling. They're very helpful, and they want you to avoid surgery. They told me that's one of their big goals. They have painless procedures, and surgery is painful, it's invasive, and it's expensive. And they don't want you to have to go through that. They want you to go through their painless procedure, and 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. So if you're still relying on pills, if you're having to up your dose, it's time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. They're getting guys back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call the incredibly helpful, the incredibly knowledgeable folks at Premier Men's Medical Center and find them online at premiermensmedical.com.
Discover/Distillery, a unique distillery and blending house focusing on creating one-of-a-kind spirits in the heart of Winter Park. Step into their modern tasting room for expertly crafted cocktails and a truly elevated experience. /Distillery. Visit drink/.com.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
Hey, I'll be home in about 10 minutes. Actually, make it 8.
Hey, Mom. Yep, I'm walking home now. Mom, I'm trying to cross, but I don't think this driver sees me. No, they're driving too fast. Mom!
Speeding catches up with you. Early, on time, a little late, just get there safely. A message from the Florida Department of Transportation's Target Zero initiative.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Congratulations to Adrian and Mary, last year's winners of $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, installation is included, and most windows are installed in less than 8 weeks with a lifetime guarantee that transfers when you sell. And now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. That's TRUST to 20129.
Is your child glued to their phone, endlessly scrolling Instagram, watching TikTok, living on Snapchat or YouTube? If so, they may be silently developing a serious addiction to social media platforms. Countries all around the world are banning these highly addictive apps for kids under 16. Go to socialabuse99.com right now to see if you qualify for potential compensation. Lawsuits worth millions now allege major social media companies intentionally design these platforms to addict kids under 18. Research links excessive use to depression, anxiety, eating disorders, inappropriate adult exposure, and even suicidal thoughts. If your child suffered serious emotional or psychological harm tied to social media use, you may qualify for potential compensation. Go to socialabuse99.com for a free case review. That's socialabuse99.com.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services by the Goldwater Law Firm in Phoenix, Arizona. Primary legal services performed by co-counsel law firms. For additional disclaimers, go to goldwaterlawfirm.com.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
All the big moments of the 2026 FIFA World Cup were heard live on the free iHeartRadio app.
There's the final whistle. Sports never stops.
The return of the NFL, baseball's second half.
And breaking news always.
Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, Spruce, Spruce.
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees when used as directed. Spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour, and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone? But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickleyGroup.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Jim Colbert Show, what's up, man? Yeah, the whole passing out and blacking out thing, it takes years and years of pure alcohol abuse for that to happen. I used to wake up every morning, and I'm not joking, I'd have a bottle of liquor on my nightstand. That'd be the first thing I drank. I'd be drunk by 9 o'clock, but before you know it, you hit this point where you don't remember what you said, where you've been, who you wronged.
He actually sent another one because he had more to say.
Sorry to send a double dispatch here, but you gotta understand, alcoholics, their drug dealer is also on every corner, on every street almost, man. And you hit a point where you could drink functionally, but you always want to chase that dragon, just get a little bit more of a buzz. So it's really hard. And you should call those friends that drink a lot, man. Give them a hand.
Yeah, I hope you're okay, buddy. Hope you gave it up. And then, by the way, he's echoing what a lot of people in the texting service have said. We had a bit of a lag like we do with the texting service. We'll throw out a topic, then we'll talk about some other stuff, and then we'll have texts that are coming in from that. And that's exactly what we have here. Pretty much only alcoholics have blackouts. This is from a long-time recovery and alcoholic. A couple other people said the same kind of thing. Like, I've had a few blackouts, and they feel that most people who have that experience have a long relationship with alcohol.
So I have another one. Jimmy, you just brought this up earlier this week. When you watch that documentary and they changed the person's features, what they call that? Do you remember?
They call that anonymized digitally. In other words, what happened is during a documentary I was watching, rather than blur the face of the people they were interviewing, they just made up a new person with AI. So the person you're seeing actually isn't even a person, but that character is saying what the witness actually said.
So I think we have it for someone did that with their voice. I don't know if you can make it out. I'll try it because some of the audio quality has been a little tough today. Here.
Hey guys, I just called a few minutes ago. Never called before, but trying the iHeart app, so see how it works. But you're thinking too much into this.
Yeah, it's that's too hard to make out.
yeah. I don't know what that was. It feels like we just talked to aliens.
Yeah. It was, try again.
Yeah.
We had a lot of. Sometimes when you do a talk back, just real quick, listen back, make sure it sounds all good. We got one from Solomon, the Kansas trucker.
Yeah.
And just really good information, but the audio quality on it was so rough. It's just something we can't play on the air because the listeners and people listening won't be able to really understand it. It's just...
Yeah. Guys, he hasn't blacked out since the Upsilon days when he was in a frat.
Oh, boy.
And the guy says he's 100% right, the guy who called in about alcoholism. If you have a long-term relationship with alcohol, that you will experience blackouts more than like people who do not do that. I think maybe even people who are like weekend warriors probably won't have that same experience because they're not drinking till they sleep every night of the week, you know?
Here's one more on it.
Jams! I actually called Jack and said I'd give you all the basics of a blackout and just what did I do last night. Blackout is you remember some stuff, but only when you drink a few beers in the morning. But also when I called up Jack and it's like, what do you want to talk about? I said, my expertise. I never heard him laugh so hard.
Yeah. He passed that on, teammate, by the way. He passed that on. I'm Jim, there's Deb, and Jack is here as well. And we'll have another keyword for you at the top of the hour. You do have a few minutes with the word credit to get over to realradio.fm and send that away, but we will have a fresh one for you at the top of the hour a little bit later in the show. It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. Of course, we'll have trivia today as well. Yeah, I love all of the interaction we're getting with the texting service on these topics because the alcohol thing is kind of wild. We talk about it in a laughing manner because, like that guy said, alcohol is perfectly accepted in the States. Almost every state, every city, you can walk into and grab some alcohol and have at it. And no one who is selling it at an ABC or any of these stores is going to ask you if you have an alcohol problem. They're just going to take your money and give you the alcohol.
Supermarkets, drugstores, convenience stores, liquor stores.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Same place you get your groceries.
Yep.
Same place you get your pharmaceuticals.
Yep.
All that. They also have alcohol. Every single retailer, with the exception of people who don't. You can get alcohol.
Get your gasolina where you get your gasoline.
That's exactly 100%. All right, 77031. That's how you text us if you have something to say. And speaking of that, by the way, there is a little story about alcohol we can kind of cover real quick before we get to the top of the hour. We can actually carry it over. There is an Alaskan bush pilot named Kenneth Jouppi, which is Jouppi, Jouppi. He's 82 years old.
Whoa.
And he's had an argument going on for quite a while. He is a one-man air taxi service, and he uses his personally owned 1969 Cessna that he bought, that he has since 2012. And he flies people into areas that don't have access via roads. And up in Alaska, I think there's quite a few of those places, right?
Yeah.
So that's exactly what happened. He picked up he had a run. He picked up a guy and he said he was going to take some guy to this remote village of Beaver near the center of the state.
I'm not giving you that one. It's too easy.
Beaver had banned the possession or sale of alcohol within its limits and had for years because they had a big time problem. And by the way, I don't know if you know, Alaska, one of the biggest consumers out there. A lot of Alaskans have issues.
And a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's dark for so long up there.
Right, exactly.
6 months out of the year.
So what happened is he actually flew a guy in who had gone to the grocery store and he had 1 6-pack of beer. But the Alaska law reads that if you bring beer into Beaver County in any way, shape, or form for any reason, whatever you bring it in can be confiscated. So what they're basically doing is saying that if he loses this case, they're going to take his plane.
Ooh. Yeah, but it was his passenger who did it.
It doesn't matter. Did he know? It's his vehicle. It's his vehicle. I don't know if he knew or not. But he flew in there.
I hope he's got a common sense judge.
Yeah.
It's
this is going to the Supreme Court, by the way.
82-year-old guy?
Yeah,
let him earn his living.
82 years old. It says, for centuries, English common law took into account the characteristics of the defendant or his or her specific violation. And what they're hoping will happen here is like, look, man, this guy's 82 years old. He brought a guy in with a 6-pack of beer. Are you going to take his plane? It's like a $100,000 plane.
And why are they pushing this?
Because it's against the law. And I mean, they're just kind of sticking to the law. The whole story is why don't they just chill out, fine him or something?
You choose what laws you pursue.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It says here. Since it's
lopsided.
Argued in court, the state seizure of the plane, valued at $95,000, runs afoul of the 8th Amendment's ban on excessive fines. And now the Supreme Court will have to weigh in.
The U.S. Supreme Court or the Alaska Supreme Court?
You know what the funny thing is? I believe it's the Alaska Supreme Court.
I was going to say, because the U.S. Supreme Court is already out of session.
They're done.
Yeah. It says the Alaska Supreme Court held that under the alcohol importation ban, the state was required to confiscate his airplane. So maybe it is the U.S. Supreme Court. Maybe he's appealing it all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. Yeah, it's exactly what he's doing. Now the Supreme Court will weigh in on whether he's right. I guess it'll just be the next session.
It's a long time to wait if you get to keep your plane.
Yep. And he's been fighting this for a while. This happened a while back. He's been fighting this for a long-ass time. It says alcohol abuse is a serious problem in rural Alaska, and airplanes are sometimes the only realistic means to commit the crime of alcohol importation. That's what a legal brief said from the state. It says he was convicted for his own knowing and international or intentional misconduct, and forfeiture removes the business asset that was the means used to commit the offense. So they're basically claiming he did know the guy had it on him. And then when he flew him into Alaska, he intentionally broke the law. And for that, the law says we take whatever you brought it in. If it was a yacht, if it was an airplane, if it was whatever, we're taking it.
I can't imagine him taking that kind of risk with the only way he has to make a living.
It says a trial court in 2018 ruled that the state taking Jouppi's plane would be an excessive fine under the Constitution, though the Alaska Supreme Court ultimately decided otherwise in 2025, leaving the United States Supreme Court as the one-time pilot's only remaining outlet for recourse. So I don't even think he's flying anymore. 82 years old. Crazy. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in 1 sec. Fresh keyword.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Emergency cruiser clearing up a vehicle fire, blocking all lanes on the Greenway southbound before John Young Parkway. There's good news, though. Traffic's passing by using the left shoulder, so Keep left to avoid any delays there. There's a crash off to the shoulder southbound on 429 near Florida's Turnpike. Traffic stop and go on I-4 westbound before Darrell Carter Parkway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Quantum Fiber Internet. Have you heard? Quantum Fiber from AT&T is offering a great deal on fast fiber internet. $55 a month for speed up to 1 gig. Find out more at quantumfiber.com. Seriously, grab this special deal now. Limited availability in select areas.
You may be excited to buy that new home, but the first thing you need to do is check and see if that mortgage quote you have is any good. And the best expert to put on your team with that is that mortgage guy, Don. One recent study found that less than 20% of us compare that first mortgage quote that you get, but what you really want is peace of mind. So just go to the website, hit the button that says compare, and upload your quote. Literally, that's it. That mortgage guy, Don, is going to tell you if it's any good, and you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. It truly is peace of mind right there at your fingertips. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Did you know that you can get a beautiful white vinyl fence for less than $5 a day? For just $125 a month, Fence Outlet will professionally install it and add instant curb appeal to your home. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C10252.
When you need cash fast, there are some things you don't need.
Credit checks,
complicated forms,
a long wait.
At Amscot, walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with cash in minutes. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Hey, it's the News Junkie, and I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and it's awful. Do me a favor, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Mitsubishi's under 20 grand. 0% financing for 72 months. Lifetime warranty. And all you need is $4 down. Now extended final days at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. It's my 250 sales event. I've dropped prices on 250 vehicles. Thousands and thousands off. Acres of new Mitsubishis. Outlanders with third row seating and all the tech. Plus acres of used cars. All you need, $4 down. $4. Now extended final days. Vehicles under 20 grand. Payments under $250 a month. I'm paying $3,000, $4,000, even $6,000 more for your trade. Bad credit, we don't just get you approved. We work with banks and credit unions to get you the lowest rate. Mitsubishi's under 20 grand. 0% financing for 72 months. With lifetime warranty. Thousands off. And every vehicle's just $4 down. Now extended final days at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just 2 miles off I-4. RCHill.com. That's RCHill.com.
America is turning 250, and it's time to celebrate the best our nation has to offer. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, you can get closer to the past, present, and future of space travel. From our first flights to the Artemis program, every mission, every discovery, every unbelievable fact, every moment you just can't miss. Join us for a July full of events honoring America's pioneering spirit. Get admission at KennedySpaceCenter.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile, proud partner of the 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Get that. This is my song feeling. Only at Metro.
Attention Ram owners. Complete Recall 67A. Get $500 and the chance to win a getaway to Miami for two to see the final race of the season. Plus, meet Brendan Butterbean Queen. Learn more and schedule at CumminsRecall.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, sometimes some brokers, that's the finish line. They shake your hand, commission done, and then you may not hear from them again until renewal time. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and risks. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. Your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager. manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like the fine print facts tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's supersure.com. That's supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. New. N-E-W. That's new. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Got another one, guys. I'm sorry to keep doing this.
Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Alcoholism is especially a scary, addiction because you can't just quit it cold turkey. It's a physical addiction. So you can be like, yeah, I'm just done with it. But if you just quit and you've been drinking for a long time, you can go into seizures. It could seriously kill you. So you have to wean yourself off.
Yeah, we've heard that about alcohol
DTs.
Yeah, really, really bad. There's a real famous video of John Daly, the professional golfer, walking down the fairway, and his battle with alcohol had been pretty public. He talked about it quite often. And he is, it's a summer day or whatever, and he's walking and he's like shaking.
You got the shakes.
Yeah, he's like literally shaking. I think Fuzzy Zeller, who is another player, was walking beside him, kind of his arm around him, trying to kind of get him get him through that round. But yeah, you can see it live and in action right there. And if you've never seen the movie Leaving Las Vegas, with Nicolas Cage, which was one of his best performances ever. Elizabeth Shue is in the movie as well. It's about a guy who kind of lost everything and then decided he was going to drink himself to death and go to Vegas to do so. Mm-hmm. And man, that if anything brings home the idea of alcoholism at the ultimate level, that does. Terrible. I say terrible. It's a great movie, but it's hard to watch. New, by the way, that is your 5 o'clock keyword, N-E-W. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. New is the word, guys. Go get that money. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah. Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Deb, you like to drive fast.
No.
I like to drive fast as well. I think it's fun. I do it less than I ever have before. I'm more of a cruise control guy these days. I don't want to get pulled over anymore. I'm tired of getting pulled over. So I don't do that anymore. Jack, you're not a speeder either, are you?
I used to be when I was a teenager, but I outgrew it.
Now you're not that, right?
No, I save it for the track.
I bring this up. I bring this up for a reason. Out of curiosity, this is a Fox 35 story, by the way. Out of curiosity, how much money do you think speeding costs Americans every year?
You mean the fines they pay?
No, that's not. Can I tell you the scary part is it's not even counting that. It's how much more gas you use to speed, and then I'll give you the number, the average time that you save while speeding.
So a collective number?
Yeah, so in other words, how much money collectively the U.S. spends more than they should on gasoline because they're speeding. In other words, their cars would get much better gas mileage if they just drove the speed limit instead of speeding. You're burning that much more gas because you're speeding.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
No, it's $22 million.
Okay.
$22 million that Americans spend collectively more than they have to simply because they speed and cost themselves gas, cost themselves miles per gallon.
Right.
How much time do you believe you save by speeding?
collectively for that 20 million?
Yeah,
or
for any single trip. Like when you let's say
90 seconds.
Let's say we drive. Deb and I drive from Mount Dora, Eustis Deb and I take the exact same route to work every day. I mean, the exact same route.
Yay!
It almost takes the exact same time for us both to get here. It's about between 32 and 34 minutes based on the traffic. Right? That's what you have.
No.
Where are you? 30?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Okay.
All right. So
2 to 4 minutes.
Right. You get here 2 minutes before I do then, right? You get here 2 minutes faster than I do. And that's the average. It's average of 120 to 90 seconds is all you get more while speeding. Now, if that's not your goal to get there faster, and that's, for me, that's the goal. I just want to get to where I'm going faster. I'm not trying to get a thrill out of it anymore. But that, if you think that, instead of going 70, you're going 85, and you think, well, I'll get there. You're getting there exactly 90 seconds to 120 seconds faster than the person going 70 miles an hour.
I remember hearing that back in high school.
Oh, yeah.
That stat.
And it's costing you so much money.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I assumed, it's more gas, but I never considered collectively how much more fuel is being used for people who speed.
Oh, it says the authors in the latest study statement explained 120 million real-world trips in the U.S. Researchers took all that data and took into account the U.S. Road network, speed limits, and elevation to create these models. Because obviously your car will burn more out west when you're going up and down hills like that.
Yeah,
it'll burn a little bit more gas. But it pointed out that many of the previous studies used localized small-scale samples for general fuel economy assumptions that use lab test results. This is a real deal on the trip every day, 120 million people. Also, it could save 57 metric tons of carbon dioxide every day. 6.7 million gallons of gas extra burn because people speed. And I don't know what your average cruise speed is. I'm a 9 guy.
9 over is your max.
Yeah, 9 over is the max. Like our speed limit going home is 65 miles an hour on the 414.
So you get to the 429.
We get to 429, it goes up to 70. I'll go 64 and I'll go 78 or 79 on the other road. That's it.
9 is fine, 10 you're mine.
Yeah,
That's
9
right.
is fine, 10 you're mine. But you don't do that though. You're a little bit faster than that, right?
No.
Deborah, you've blown by me and I'm going 74.
Well, that's because you drive like an old woman, and that's not my fault.
74 is 74.
74 miles an hour.
I go 4 over that one. I'm still under the 10.
I know. But I'm talking about a road that's 65 miles an hour. This first one is only 65. I'll tell you, the worst road is this one going to it.
Oh. Well, the whole 414 sucks.
Mm-hmm. It said those extra tens of millions of dollars and millions of gallons of gas are not saving much time either in the end. Researchers estimate that you're saving less than a minute off of your commute by doing that. I've heard the average is actually a little bit more than that, but I find that it really is way less. And the thing that pisses me off the most, God, when it comes to speeding, and these are these self-taught lessons in life that you see every day and it just doesn't soak in.
Yeah.
Is when you blow by somebody on a highway and you're like, oh man, that guy driving so slow. Get out of my way. I got places to be. And you get about 5 miles down the road and you hit a stoplight. Who pulls up right next to you?
Yep.
Oh, that's called karma.
Yeah, the person you just blew by thinking you're going to get so much faster. For me, though, I don't know about you guys. I use the lights. For me, it's this. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get on the other side of that light. That's my goal. Because on the other side of that light allows me to go to that next light. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's my strategy when it comes to driving a little bit faster.
I've done it. I've been on the other side of it. It's the traffic light thing is no joke. You think you're getting ahead, and then you catch up.
And the funny thing is like when I drive home, I haven't driven over like 85 miles an hour in so long because for one thing, I just don't want to get pulled over, dude.
But not only that, you talk about the extra cost, the lack of what you're saving, the extra fuel you're using, so the more damage to the environment. You're also more of an unsafe driver on the road, causing, making it more of a dangerous situation for the cars and pedestrians around you.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's just kind of wild when I saw that. And it's so funny because it doesn't matter. I've read this thing before. I mean, we all have, and you still want to go fast. There's just something very fun about driving a little bit faster. All All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031.
Do it like me. Do it on the track.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Take it to the track.
I
huh?
want to get on the track.
They do the
do some K turns.
They do the driving experiences and stuff.
You know, during the races,
drive 130 miles an hour.
You know, I think during
I want to use my law enforcement.
I think
friends.
during Daytona, isn't there a thing where they run like a raffle or something, or they have a day, and if you pay a certain fee, you can take your car out on Daytona?
I think you can
and drive it around. I think I remember a couple years ago somebody did that and called in,
right?
Because we talk about the banks are so high.
I'd be too scared to do that. You have to know it. I mean.
Yeah, but because the bank is like when you go to the banks in Daytona, if you haven't been on the field, it's difficult to walk to the top.
I remember you saying that it was difficult to walk it.
That 33 degrees is quite significant when you are on foot.
Yeah, I need to do it flat.
Had a couple dudes ride motorcycles around it during Bike Week. They did this very thing where they let dudes in Harleys, big old sleds, come out there, and those things are super heavy. Just keeping them a balance without the kickstand down, at a stoplight. Some of those bikes, some of those big baggers, they're very heavy. And I remember
them go.
And I remember a guy telling me when they go around there, man, you better have some speed because if you don't go around that turn, you'll just fall your ass over.
Yeah, you need to be a certain speed so that banking is helping you and not hurting.
Oh
you.
yeah. Got to get those G's going.
For a while, they had a little tri-oval out at the Disney area where they did the Richard Petty driving experience.
Yeah,
I got to do that one there.
And I remember when that was out there, it was so. The funny thing is, I remember being on a Disney property, and it was so obnoxious. You could hear that thing everywhere. And I was like, I cannot believe Disney's allowing this to happen.
Maybe that's why it's not there anymore.
It was so unbelievably loud. You could actually go out there and drive supercars as well. Is that what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, I drove it. My speed was about 128.
What'd you drive? Which one?
I don't know. Whatever stock car they put.
Oh, it was a stock car.
Yeah.
But they had a thing out there for a while toward the end, I believe, where you could go out and drive like a Ferrari or a Lambo or something.
Yeah, no, it was like a NASCAR stock car.
Yeah, I thought they had a road track inside, much like they do in Daytona for the Rolex.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they had that at Disney, and you could actually go out there. And I think they added that on toward the end, where you could drive like a supercar, for like $400 or $500. You could do like 3 laps, but it's regulated.
Yeah.
They won't let you go over a certain speed. You got some guy with you. It's like, no, not too fast. Like I'm driving a Lambo. I paid to drive a Lamborghini. I mean, I got my Ranger goes 100.
Yeah,
I want to go
still
fast.
that kind of power. I don't want to wreck it. Can't afford to fix it.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. When we get back, there's a little story around the Odyssey, the big movie that's out right now. Charlize Theron got herself in a little hot water. Have you guys heard the story?
I have not.
I'll tell you about it next.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The left lane's opened up now southbound on the Greenway near John Young Parkway. 2 right lanes are still blocked. We got emergency crews on scene there. Traffic stop and go from OBT. There's a crash getting cleared up on 429 southbound near Florida's Turnpike off to the shoulder. I-4 eastbound near Popka Vineland Road. There's a crash off to the shoulder there as well. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Vehicles under 20 grand. Now at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
If you're thinking about selling your home this summer, there's no better time than now. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can skip the market uncertainty and sell your home hassle-free and for top dollar. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. Choosing the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Visit markspain.com to find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home and skip the hassles of cleaning and costly repairs. One of our clients, Caitlin, said, "We weren't planning on selling our home, but our family's needs changed. We sold our home for substantially more than we paid, and we were able to move quickly. Thank you, Mark Spain Real Estate. Mark Spain Real Estate is the #1 most reviewed real estate company in the U.S. with over 13,000 5-star reviews. Trust us to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Find out what your guaranteed offer will be on your home today. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
What's good, guys? It's Angel. I hear this all the time. I can't afford to call a lawyer. Not true. With Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt at justcallmo.com, the call is free. The advice is free. And you don't pay a nickel unless you win your case. I'm no attorney, but that sounds pretty good. So if you're ever unsure after an accident, just make the call. It costs you nothing. Injured on the go, just call Mo, justcallmo.com or 1-800-CALL-MO.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to us by WeAreBeyondABank.com, your direct mortgage lenders. In fact, I just went to the website, WeAreBeyondABank.com, and whether you want to schedule an appointment or get some questions, they have resources there helping you become a smarter buyer. Whether you are purchasing your dream home, starter home, second home, maybe you want to do a refi, maybe you're interested in commercial property, WeAreBeyondABank.com, still led by Brad Siebert. They are now licensed in all 50 states, but still maintain that primary focus of mortgages and getting you the money you need. It might be a new construction loan or that commercial lending, or it's that dream home that you can use your equity in your current home for the down payment of getting that forever home. Become a Facebook follower of We Are Beyond the Bank, because each month they give away a $100 gift card as a thank you to the people who follow them on Facebook at We Are Beyond a Bank. Again, online, learn how to become a smarter buyer at WeAreBeyondABank.com. NMLS ID number 421593.
Some people are all talk, but conservative farmer Wilton Simpson gets the job done. That's why 61 Florida sheriffs, 24 former Cattlemen Association presidents, and Governor Ron DeSantis all agree. We need Republican Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. They endorse him because Wilton's done the job before. Safeguarding our food supply, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson banned hostile nations, including China, from buying Florida farmland. Standing with our farmers and against overdevelopment, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson increased farmland preservation by 243%. Expanding Florida's wildlife corridors, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson created the Florida Wildlife Corridor Program and conserved 18 million acres of Florida land, including thousands of acres of working farmland. Wilton Simpson is a conservative workhorse who gets the job done. A proven conservative farmer endorsed by Ron DeSantis. Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. Paid for by Wilton Simpson, Republican, for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Your loan is important to us. Please hold. You could be approved in days.
Not at MScott. Just walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info, and walk out with $50 to $1,000 in minutes. MScott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Still to come, the common sense financial advice you need. It's Only Money with Scott Brown, today at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show.
So allegedly, there's a spot on Highway 20 between Aiken and Columbia, South Carolina, that you could see for miles in both directions. And if you hit it just right and there's nobody around within eyesight, you can open up your car and get it up to some pretty good speeds. And allegedly, I know somebody really close to me that got his 911 up to almost 170 one time before it was just too much.
Yeah.
Hey there, Jim. I don't know if I fully believe that whole speeding thing. I think, people definitely tend to be using more fuel as they're speeding, unless you're monitoring where your fuel gauge is and how fuel efficient your car is if it's a newer car, because it tells you. On the flip side, I know for sure I am saving at least 40 minutes when I drive from Orlando to Fort Myers. So I'm going to just keep doing what I'm doing.
Keep hauling ass. All right, buddy.
What's up, show? This is Chris in Raleigh. A couple years ago, I had the opportunity to take my RV to the Atlanta Speedway for a NASCAR race. The Thursday night, it was all drinking, barbecuing, but they would let you take your car, private car, on the track. Like, you didn't got to pay for anything. You could go out there and drive around as fast as you wanted to. They'd put, like, sports cars together, let them go. The Junkers let them go. We did 110 in a 1998 Suburban.
Damn.
So, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I bet it feels like we're going to come apart.
I'm definitely not driving slow. I mean, this car, I'm in somebody else's car right now because I have a truck. But this thing, 160. So why not? I mean, yeah. And it's just American to drive fast.
Well said. Well said. You changed my mind, young lady. All right, your 5 o'clock keyword is new, N-E-W. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. New is the word, guys. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
I have a feeling we'll be the last country to adopt self-driving cars.
Yeah. Trivia coming up in just a few minutes. Of course, at the 6 o'clock hour, we'll talk to Scott Brown. It's Only Money. So, Charlize Theron. Obviously, this is a big, big movie. This Odyssey movie is gigantic. It's going to continue to make money. It has been the talk of all cinema now for the last 3 or 4 months up until the release last weekend. Mm-hmm. It is getting glowing reviews. Our very own movie reviewer, Emily the Movie Girl, said it was a 5-star movie. One of the only ones she's given that recommendation to.
That and Obsession.
That's right.
Only 2 this year.
100%. And there are a lot of big stars in this movie. Matt Damon. Let's see. Charlize Theron. Zendaya is in this movie.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland is in this movie. So a lot of players in this movie. And this happened with Charlize Theron. Now, if you don't know anything about Charlize Theron, by the way, she is a stone cold baller. And if you read anything about her life story and how she came up in the scrub of Australia, you will realize that she isn't your normal dainty Hollywood star kind of young lady.
Was it Australia or South Africa?
South Africa. My bad.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
right. South Africa. Yes. She watched her mother shoot and kill her father, her abusive father. He
had it coming.
Yeah, he had it coming. And so she's a tough gal, right? And that's what we hear from Hollywood insiders who talk to her. They talk about she's kind of dudeish a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Has a little bit of that tomboy thing going in, all right? So the story is that Charlize Theron may owe Matt Damon's wife, Luciana, an apology. Now, you guys tell me if you think this is out of bounds here, right? If you think this is too much. The actress, she plays the immortal sea nymph, Calypso, in the movie, and she went on and gushed about how incredible Matt Damon's physique was while doing an interview. And of course, he reveals that he went through this grueling training schedule to get jacked up for the movie of King Odysseus. She goes, I've seen him without that suit on. He's incredible. Incredible. And people picked up on that and thought that she went overboard explaining a married man's body or physique.
You don't think you'd mind, Jack?
Nah, she can talk about me like that.
Yeah.
My wife will deal.
Amy Poehler, Amy Poehler has her podcast Good Hang, and Matt did the show and said that his life-changing transformation was crazy. He told comedian Amy Poehler, it's way different to be getting jacked in your 50s. It's really, really hard. It's just a complete lifestyle change altogether. You just put your feet on the gas and that's it. It's the only way to do it. Eat a little less, no gluten, changed his life. But it was her comments that have Hollywood buzzing because they say that she kind of went overboard on explaining how good that Matt Damon looked, who's a married man. What's that limit?
I think the limit is if she said or implied something about having a relationship with him or wanting to do something with him. I think that would be crossing a line. But she didn't. It was just about how good someone looked.
Well, and not only that, it wasn't just about how good someone looked. It was also the effort it took to get there. Because I think more of her comments when she acknowledged that the struggle after 50 to get that kind of physique is a completely different struggle than when you're in your 30s.
And by the way, she's had to do this in a number of movies.
Right.
I mean, she's had a number of action movies, whether it be the Mad Max movies or any of the other Aeon Flux movies that she's done where she's had to be in incredibly good shape.
Am I supposed to apologize for all the things I'm thinking about Charlize Theron?
Let me ask you this. It's funny. Is it gender-based? Is that why this is being brushed off so easily? Because if one of our sales reps, we just hired a new sales rep here. She's a sweet girl, married, kids, the whole 9 yards. But if she came in first day and I go, wow, man, unbelievable. Great legs. Great legs. You look amazing. That's pretty innocuous, right?
That does not hit the same.
No, that's not the
But why
same.
not? It's just because it's male to female. That's it, right?
No, it's because it's one actor to another actor acknowledging what you had to do to actually fulfill that role.
Yeah, but
the first half she gushed about his body. The second half she gushed about everything he had to do to get there.
That's him saying that.
Was Matt Damon.
That's him
okay.
saying that.
In a different podcast.
She just said outside of his suit, he looks amazing, really amazing, incredible.
But
in other words, without the Odysseus costume on, with just him in like shorts and a t-shirt or whatever, or maybe not even that, looks amazing, implying that she's seen him in that way. But if a girl walks in, let's say we hired a new sales guy. Guy's ripped, really good shape. Matter of fact, we used to have one of these guys here. A guy named Sam was in unbelievable shape. Good dude, too.
Yeah.
Right? And if he walks in and one of the sales reps, who's a female, says, wow, dude, you look amazing. Are you working out a lot? Really? You look great. I don't think that gets taken the same way at all.
It does not.
Yeah. I mean, what's the double standard? Why is that?
Because we are a patriarchal society and the gender roles that we've grown up and it's just the way it is as far as
just the way it is.
The comments don't they don't flow back and forth.
Wait. You upset you're not getting any?
No. It has nothing to do with that. I just find it interesting that how that play goes. Because here's the thing. I've learned my lesson here because I can be very familiar too fast. I've done this a lot in my life where I'll comment on somebody's look or what they're, and I've learned my lesson because I've gotten that kind of cross look where I'm not trying to, I'm happily married and have been for 20 years. And I would give somebody a compliment and think to myself immediately, oh man, that was maybe out of bounds, and it didn't even mean to be. And here's where I've changed. Whereas I would used to say, man, that dress looks amazing on you.
Right.
You don't say that anymore.
No.
Here's what you say. That color looks amazing on you. Right? Maybe it's a blue dress, a pink dress, a red, yellow dress, whatever the case may be. Instead of commenting on the garment itself and how it fits the body, I go, that color really complements you. And I think it looks great on you.
But I think you could also say that's a pretty dress.
Yeah.
I think that, and it's funny because there's an accepted language of when you are hanging out, and then when you go into a corporate environment, a business, a professional environment, a lot of the common talk does not fly. Not even locker room talk.
Yeah.
Just general talk about how more casual conversation doesn't fly in a business environment.
Yeah.
But then you also have changing views towards how we speak, and like through the whole Me Too movement, and over the past few years, it's some of the comments you would have said to a coworker 20 years ago, you're not saying today.
I think by complimenting the dress, you take the overtness out of it, right? Because now you're focusing on the dress, not the body.
Not
how it fits.
How it looks on
Right,
you.
yeah,
Not how it looks. That is a really pretty dress.
Yeah, yeah.
Says nothing about you.
How about this one? That dress makes you look less fat. Is that?
I
that
will
dress
pay
makes
you
your-
$1. $10, Jack. I will pay you $10 to do just that.
And who do you want me to say it to?
Whomever you want to get your $10 for.
But if you come in here all the time and like you will have a new shirt on or whatever, and I will say that I'll go, man, that shirt looks really good on you. I haven't seen that shirt before.
Yeah.
That blouse looks nice on you, right? That's
and
not.
I'll do the same for you. Like, why are you all dressed up? You
Yeah,
look
yeah.
nice
You
today.
did
or
that yesterday,
Jack,
actually.
nice haircut.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But we're familial in that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Like I wouldn't say that to someone
Emily.
else.
Like Emily came in yesterday, looked cute as a button, right? Because she really takes good care of herself. She got cute little shoes, cute little dress.
Did you tell her that?
No, I don't say anything. I don't
Oh, I
say
don't
any of that
think
stuff.
she would
I don't
mind.
know her well enough. I don't know her. I want to tell her she looks at me because I think women love compliments, do they not?
Oh,
Like if you look
absolutely.
she looked at me and said, I think you look great today. What a cool looking dress or whatever. What a cool outfit. I tell our boss this all the time. Judy's our boss. She wears some pretty dope clothes. And she kind of punk stuff, right? I mean, plaid pants and stuff like that. It's pretty badass. I told her yesterday, I'm like, that outfit is awesome.
But it's also, there's a couple dynamics there. One is age in relation to the person who's giving the compliment.
Right, yeah.
Where you could be one of them's
yeah.
father and the other
Right.
one is more your contemporary.
Right.
And the other one is position. And if you hold power over that person or they hold power over you.
Right.
Whereas when you're doing it to your boss, it's a different, it hits different dynamic
Right.
than when it is with someone who's a guest on your show.
Yeah. Do you compliment somebody if they're working out and they've lost weight like that? I mean, is that a weird thing?
You know, sometimes that's tricky.
It is
sometimes
really tricky.
That's tricky because you don't want to say, man, you were really fat before.
I
And
almost-
that's kind of like what they hear.
I almost did it to somebody today, a dude in the building. I almost asked that person, wow, man, how much weight have you lost? Because I don't want to imply that they're on a drug or they've done anything like that. And I know that sounds silly, but I think there's still a little bit of soft tissue around that, you know?
But can you say, you look like you've lost weight? Is that okay? Because there's people who lost weight and then no one notices and they're like, man, all that effort, no one even,
I know.
no one's ever mentioned it.
That one I feel a little bit more uncomfortable with than, hey, that's a cute shirt.
Yeah, the weight thing?
Yeah. Hey, you GPL wanting it?
Yeah. I mean, but what if one of the reps comes in, like it's a female rep, and obviously you can see that maybe over a period of time she's made a body transformation because she's working at her training. Is it safe to say, hey, man, are you working out? It looks amazing. You look incredible.
It would depend on my relationship with that person individually. And if I
Right.
didn't know them well enough, I would just
You
steer
just
clear.
wouldn't say anything? Yeah.
I wouldn't because I'd be too nervous that I'd stick my foot in it because I don't know them well
Yeah.
enough. And maybe I would be that one person that was like, man, you made me feel like crap.
And it's weird though because, and I don't know if this is a tick in my personality or whatever. I want to compliment people who have done well for themselves. I want to compliment
Well, it's a
people
reward system, right?
who have made efforts to achieve not to be better because I think that's so subjective, but at least to achieve a goal they set out to achieve. Like if you started working out and you had a goal of getting stronger, maybe losing a little bit of weight, to compliment that, I think is really good. I mean, you say, hey, look, are you working out? Yeah, well, you can tell. I mean, you look amazing.
So you also have to be careful because there's other reasons for people losing weight. Texter says they complimented someone, said, hey, you lost a bunch of weight, haven't seen you in a while. And the person responded with, I have pancreatic cancer and a couple months to live.
Oof.
Ouch. Right?
Oof.
And another texter writes in, never comment on people's bodies ever.
Ever, right. I think that's the safe bet, right? But I think you can do that and not mean to sometimes with the whole clothing thing. Like, I mean, I think you can do that.
That's why it's best to compliment the clothing and not the person wearing it.
Okay. So you look smoking hot in that outfit.
Yeah.
Not good?
You talking to me? Yeah, I think it's fine, Jack. And thank you.
How about if it's
matter of fact, I think it's amazing and I appreciate it. Matter of fact, bring some more on.
that outfit looks smoking hot.
Yeah.
It's a brand new shirt. He's never worn this shirt before.
On you.
How about this? I'll go up to somebody and go, hey, you're not stretching out your buttonholes anymore.
I like that one better, actually. Hey, I can see you really do only have one chin. That's awesome. Did you have to clean between the folds?
Yeah. You wash that other chin away? And women don't do that to each other, right? Like here's the funny thing is, I'll even tell like guys in the building who, if you're wearing something cool, I'm like, hey man, that looks good on you. You know, I have no problem with that. I think it's kind of fine to compliment people. I think it makes their day. Like nothing makes my day more than complimenting somebody I've never met. You know where I get a lot of this? Like Publix. When I go grocery shopping, like the people who are checking out or whatever.
Oh, you're that creepy guy
I'm not
skulking in the aisle.
It's not creepy, and I don't say it to people.
Hey, you look really good.
You getting that soup?
No.
Really? Tomato basil?
No. Can I follow you?
It's just that when you get up there, they're so nice to you, and they go, hey, did you find everything you're looking for? I'm like, and I always want to say, obviously, I'm checking out. But I don't because I'm not a complete dick.
Because that's not true. Oftentimes, I'm hoping they ask me because I came in looking for something. They didn't have it. They didn't have the Bada Bing cherries. They had the maraschino, but not the Bada Bings.
Yeah.
You don't want maraschinos in your bourbon.
You do not want maraschinos in your bourbon.
I'm checking out with the stuff I did find, but I did not find everything I was looking for. It's a legitimate question, Jimmy.
It's not a legitimate question. Every time they ask me, I go, well, I'm here. Like I'm checking out, so obviously I didn't find everything I'm looking for. I'm standing in front of you with my money out.
I usually say found more than I was planning to.
Right, exactly. That's a Costco saying.
But if
I came in here for Q-tips, all of a sudden I got a side of beef.
And if they didn't have Q-tips, but you leave with the side of beef, that question is relevant.
Oh, Jack, get out of here. Anyway, I'll tell these people that are. I mean, they're obviously young people,
right?
And I'll tell you the last time I did this. The bag boy the other day, I was getting some stuff. The bag boy. The girl was talking to the bag boy like I wasn't even there, right? So the cash register guy was talking to a girl, talking to the bag boy.
Don't get on my flow.
And she mentioned something about something that happened that day, and he goes, "You know what? I don't care about that. I'm just happy to be alive." And I looked at that kid and I said, dude, you're way ahead of the game. I'm like, you are so far ahead of the game. That is the absolute goal. You should consider that the best thing you've ever learned in your life is like every day is a gift in life. And if you don't live it like that, you are way behind. And I got a big smile and the girl thought I was the creepiest dude that ever walked.
Yeah.
She did not ask me if I found anything. She did not want to see me again.
Jimmy left and he's like, thanks, Pops.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's exactly it. I always want to turn around and catch one little tear dripping down like that old man said something nice to me. And it's never the case. I'm getting flipped off every time. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Load them up. It's time for trivia. We'll do that next.
If AI ran this station, it'd be organized. And nobody wants that. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
The Panthers announcing that starting right tackle Taylor Moton has a blood clot in his lung and will miss regular season time. Following an ATV accident, Georgia running back Dante Dowdell is hospitalized, being treated for serious injuries. Dowdell transferred from Kentucky. The Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame is debuting a new exhibit dedicated to the Warrior Steph Curry and his legacy as an icon, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. I'm Frank Garrity.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Man, let me tell you something, guys. I have bought and sold a number of homes here in Central Florida, and I wish I would have known the Nickley Group back in the day. It probably could have made me a lot more money on some of those deals. But I do know this. When you choose the wrong real estate team, it could be really detrimental. That's why I urge you guys, if you're in the process of selling your home or maybe even buying a home, please pause and check out the Nickley Group before you make that move. On average, the Nickley Group makes 6% more on their listings than their competitors, and even better, they sell those homes twice as fast. And nobody, again, is going to go through all of Orlando's homes that are available and find you the one that checks off all the boxes, much like the Nickley Group. These guys are awesome. Matter of fact, they have inventory right now waiting for you to look at, and even better, if you're selling, they have qualified buyers just ready to buy homes. Get on board with the Nickley Group, the number one real estate team in all of Central Florida, selling a home about every 7 hours, 4,000 5-star reviews, and a VIP program that's like a cheat code. I got to tell you something, guys. Free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies. But this early access program, the ability to get to off-market properties before they get listed, is an absolute bomb, guys. You got to take advantage of that. And there's guaranteed cash offers, awesome as well. No showings or open houses, and that deal can close in 14 days. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Hey, Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop 3? Greenway Kia's 3 Central Florida locations give you access to 3 times the inventory. Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week only, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
That's Elena's family group chat. It never stops. Someone's always sending a blessing
or starting a poll about the baby shower theme at midnight.
With Real Unlimited from Total Wireless, she's always in the loop, whether she wants to be or not. Switch to Total Wireless Total Starter Plan or higher and get a Samsung Galaxy A16 5G on us. Total Wireless, your own Real Unlimited. Offer ends 11/4/2026 or while supplies last. Devices, taxes, and fees may apply.
How will we ever defeat the British?
By remembering what we're fighting for. General. A country of our own. That will one day celebrate 250 years. How will we celebrate, sir? By going to Headquarter Hyundai, for the revolutionary Hyundais for Less sales event. Hyundai, sir? Yes, thousands off, plus they want any trade, paid for or not, at Headquarter Hyundai. Here! With revolutionary reductions on 250 vehicles.
It sounds glorious, sir.
Oh, it is. America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance. New Tucsons, Elantras. Pay thousands less and get 0% financing for 60 months. What about payments, sir? Headquarter Hyundai will have their best lease programs of the year.
It's revolutionary. Hyundai's thousands less.
And they want any trade-in. At Headquarter Hyundai.
Just off I-4 on Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary.
HeadquarterHyundai.com.
And no tax, right, sir?
Well, plus tax and tag, visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Russ Rollins here. This July, celebrate America's 250th birthday by declaring your freedom on outdated bathrooms, hard to clean grout, and the worry of hidden leaks. At HBN Bath, they'll help you enjoy beautiful, low-maintenance shower designs with quality products from brands like Moen. For a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. It's your chance to declare independence from old bathrooms once and for all. Visit HBNUSA.com. That's HBNUSA.com. License number CBC 1255975.
Dancing naked around your kitchen is a lot better with your best friends.
Seriously.
I mean,
why would you encourage that?
Just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 5 o'clock keyword is new. You got about 10 minutes or so to slide over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. New is the word. Go get that cash. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi.
And he has the Jackie sack. What, my friend, is inside?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Here we go. We have, fresh off the presses, hot, a pair of tickets to Mumford & Sons coming to Tampa at the Benchmark International Arena. That's August 7th, Mumford & Sons. Or you might choose a pair of tickets to Stellar Nights at the Orlando Science Center. This is pretty cool, so check this out. Stellar Nights brings your favorite artists to life with incredible laser effects inside the all-new Dome through August 1st. You can see the lineup and grab tickets at osc.org. Because it's so popular, they keep adding more encore shows. So you go to osc.org, Orlando Science Center, OSC, for the schedule there and know that you want to get there early for the laser show. But the Stellar Nights it's the Science Center itself. It's more than just a laser show. So when you're going, you can do all the cool stuff. It's pretty neat.
It is.
Those are the prizes in the Jackie Sass.
My wife and her best friend are going this weekend.
So back to you, clickety-clack.
Absolutely.
Neat.
All right, Deborah, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go number 1.
1, right up top. How you doing, Becky?
Hi.
Hey, you want to play a little game with us?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Do you want to play a game?
All right, Becky, this is a real easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true. Hope you find it, though, because if so, you'll go see Jack and he's got some prizes. You can find something nice for yourself. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. On this day in 1947, Indonesia holds its very first political election process. That's right. Here are 3 fun facts about Indonesia and 1 lie on an island of its own.
Wow.
Yeah, they run by monarchies, I believe, for a while, or at least other government styles. But they had they opened it up for elections in 47 and had their first election in 55.
Wow.
So here's some fun facts about Indonesia. Which one of these is not true, Becky? Here we go. Number 1, Indonesia is the world's leader in frog legs. Number 2, Indonesia is home to the world's largest Buddhist temple at 27,000 square feet. Number 3, Indonesia is the world's leading exporter of bamboo. Or lastly, in 1938, Indonesia was the first Southeast Asian country to qualify for the World Cup. Which of those is a lie?
Number 2.
No, that's absolutely true. Indonesia is home to the world's largest Buddhist temple. It is 27,000 square feet.
Wow.
All right, Deb, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
We're going to go 2.
Right there's Gary. Gary, how you doing?
I'm good.
Glad to hear that, Gary. We're talking about Indonesia. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, Indonesia is the world's leader in exportation of frog legs. Number 2, Indonesia is the world leading exporter of bamboo. Or lastly, in 1938, Indonesia was the first Southeast Asian country to qualify for the World Cup.
Number 2.
That's the one you're a winner! Yay! Here you go. I'm going to put you on hold, buddy. China is the number 1 producer of bamboo in the world.
I would think France for the frog legs?
No, Indonesia's frog legs. That's it.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
Yeah, they were right, yeah.
I was thinking about adding that to my backyard.
Yeah. Bamboo?
Yes.
You got to be very careful.
I know there's different species, fast growing, but you want to get one that's not as invasive. I know there's specific types.
And, bro, you don't need much.
Yes.
Because I went to there's a bamboo place that we drive by every single day that we come to and from work, right off of the 429. And I remember buying bamboo. Remember the boat house, the boat thing?
Yes.
Well, I put bamboo in front of that. It took about 1 year for that to create a fence of bamboo that we had to wind up trimming back. It grows so fast. It can take over so quickly. And you know what loves it?
What?
Rats.
Oh, really?
Oh, for cover.
Yeah, because what they do is when the bamboo leaves fall down into the stand of bamboo, it creates this layer that they tunnel through and create nests inside of there. Code Black's neighbor has it, and he has to deal with it all the time. Giant fat-ass rats running across his fence and stuff that live in that bamboo.
Never mind.
Yeah. But it's the cheapest way to give yourself property privacy. It is by far the cheapest way.
Yeah.
It's not that expensive at all. A couple other things you may not know about Indonesia before we get to the top of the hour. Indonesia is the world leader in exporting of frog legs. Indonesia in 1938 was the first Southeast Asian country to qualify for the World Cup. Indonesia has the world's largest volcanic lake. Lake Toba is 400 square miles and 1,600 feet deep.
Damn, and that's a lake?
Like a little ocean, like a little gulf. Indonesia is the only home on Earth for it's a reptile.
Komodo dragon?
That's it.
Oh,
exactly right. Yeah, 100%. Indonesia.
Wait.
Indonesia is the world's largest producer of this kind of oil.
Baby.
It's used in everything.
Palm oil.
You got it. Palm oil is the answer.
Oh, wow.
The world's they produce 90% of the world's palm oil. By the way, that's supposed to be an insidious business.
Really?
Yeah, I remember when about 4 or 5 years ago they had to really crack down on that business because they were basically just working people to death in that business. It is a real kind of one of those, where the labor laws really aren't paid attention to, which is weird in Indonesia. You figured it'd be great. And then lastly here, Indonesia has the world's largest population of this religion.
It's Muslim.
231 million of them. It is 87% of their entire population is Muslim.
Which is why in the beginning I was thinking the Buddhist temple could have been the lie.
It was wild because I couldn't figure that either. But yeah, because the Buddhist temple is not, I mean, obviously Muslims are not Buddhists.
Right.
Deb went 3 for 3 on your Indonesia quiz.
Yeah. She likes it. She likes it.
It would be a fascinating country to visit too.
Yeah, it's like a series. It's an archipelago, Jack.
No.
What is it?
Not going to say it.
What is it, buddy?
Archipelago?
There you
Yay!
go. Very nice. It's like 17,000 little islands or something. It's some crazy number.
Plus their biodiversity is off the charts.
It's one of the most biodiverse countries in the world.
Yeah, it really is. Too far and expensive to get to, but man, that and going to Thailand.
I think they also have the world's largest archipelago state, 14th largest country by area. Let me see here. I think they said how many islands it was, but it was a ton of islands. I want to say like 17,000 islands or something ridiculous like that. Yeah, can't find it anyway. 407-916-1041.
That is crazy.
Text us at 77031.
Is there any country like that you ever want to visit, Southeast Asia or?
Man, I got to tell you, I used to have this bit of a wanderlust to travel, and I am losing it. I am losing the want to leave this country ever. I don't know what it is. I have no interest.
You've never left this country.
I've gone, Jack, I want you to know I've been to the Bahamas a number of times. I've gone to the far-reaching shores of Jamaica.
You got to travel.
I've gone to the far-reaching shores of Grand Cayman. How many people go there, Jack? Grand Cayman?
Even if you
have
do
you
it on
even
a
heard
cruise
of
ship.
Grand Cayman, Jack?
Yes, I've been to Grand Cayman.
Yeah?
Actually, that was one of my favorite excursions. The
Grand Cayman?
Yeah, the
Caymans?
Yeah, the stingray encounter.
Oh, yeah, that's a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I've absolutely 17,500 islands. I have completely lost my verve for that. I thought about, man, it'd be great to go to Europe. Man, I got to tell you, every time I read about it or look over there, I was like, I have no interest in going over there. Not right now. I mean, maybe a little bit later, maybe when I retire, I'll go, you know what? Let's go over to Europe. I have no interest at all.
You know how when one of the thrills we got with the World Cup, where when they come over here and they were so surprised, wow, people are nice. It's not like your government. Oh, this is great. This is great. It might be the same thing if you go over there.
It feels like you're trying to make a point.
Yeah.
I don't get those real well.
I think a golf course and some scotch in Scotland.
Hey, there you go.
I
think that would change our boys' feeling about traveling.
Look, I got to tell you, Scott, because he's had a group of guys that go play golf all over the place, but he went to Ireland last year and said that it was the most amazing golf trip he's ever had. They're thinking about going again, and I was like, oh, that sounds fun. He goes, you can go. I went back and I'm talking to my wife, and I'm like, Scott invited me to go to play golf in Ireland with his buzz. And he goes, why don't you go? And I'm like, what, bro, really? You never said that before? What are you doing? So I don't know. I'm going to talk to Scott about
that. That would be
a
fun trip for you. You would love that.
That's not in the United States.
It's not, I know, Jack. It's just outside of New Jersey.
And it's all
just a bit.
It's just outside of Jersey.
The accents are real similar.
Yeah,
Irish and Jersey.
I heard I can skip a rock from Jersey to Ireland.
A little northeast.
Yeah. Right. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Got another keyword for you coming up right now. And how much coffee is safe to drink daily?
Good question.
How much coffee do you drink a day, Joe?
Do you have an answer?
How much coffee do you drink a day, Deb? I do have an answer.
Yeah.
I have 1 cup.
What? Back in a sec.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Look out for a crash off to the shoulder northbound on Florida's Turnpike before that I-4 exit. There's a crash on Highway 17 southbound at Fort Florida Road getting cleared up there. I-4 eastbound near Apopka Vineland Road. There's a crash off to the shoulder. The roadways are getting busy. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Whether you're new to nursing or looking to advance your degree, Rasmussen University offers a range of programs to help you answer the call for nurses. Because when you're ready to care for others, we're ready to help you get there. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
Tools Ace Hardware is Central Florida's Big Green Egg headquarters, offering the absolute largest selection of Big Green eggs and accessories. The Big Green Egg, of course, that original ceramic Komodo cooker. And it's a unique ceramic design, allows patented airflow system to deliver unrivaled thermal properties. That's a fancy way to say this. You can get it super hot for a long time, and you can keep it super low for a long time. It is awesome. That's what makes it a complete outdoor cooking solution. It's an oven, it's a smoker, and a grill all in one, and it can do everything from perfectly smoked tendered ribs all the way up to crispy pizzas, and I can account for that. I've done both, and it is amazing. Plus, every single egg purchase comes with a limited lifetime warranty, and you can save yourself the trouble of putting it together or hauling it home because Tools Ace offers free assembly and free local delivery on your Big Green Egg purchase. Shop their huge selection at any of their 14 Central Florida locations, or just find them online at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your backyard place.
Tired of spending a fortune on gas just to get to work? What if the next home you buy could save you money every single week by cutting down your commute? At wearebeyondthebank.com, we share smart home buying tips like finding a home closer to work, competing with cash buyers, and becoming a stronger buyer in today's market. And here's the best part. Become a social media follower at We Are Beyond the Bank for your chance to win a $100 gas card. Follow us today and learn how to buy smarter at wearebeyondthebank.com. That's wearebeyondthebank.com. NMLS ID number 421593.
It's tough watching your kids struggle with allergies, runny nose at recess, congestion at practice, trouble focusing in school. And then there's the guilt when you forget their allergy meds. But it doesn't have to be that way. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help. They've treated thousands, including kids, with quick, kid-friendly testing and pain-free allergy drops. Make the most of summer break. Schedule your appointment now at aspireallergy.com. That's aspireallergy.com.
Dan Dennis here. Look, I don't need an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every single day, and it's awful. So do me a favor. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Just call Mo.com.
Hi, this is Mike Lester with Talon Wealth and the Guarding Your Nest Egg radio show, and I have another investment idea for those seeking great returns with limited risk. Recently, we did a structured note for our clients, paying them 18.75% per year for 4 years, and it was great for clients seeking income or growth and principal protection. The note was based on the S&P, gold, and silver, and our clients won't lose principal as long as none of the ETFs are down more than 40% 4 years from when we placed the trade, and the bank guaranteeing them doesn't default. This isn't an offer because we already traded this note, and structured notes aren't for everyone. But if you would like to know more about how structured notes work and what we currently have available, just give us a call at 407-606-6000.
Advisory services offered through Talent Private Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The opinions voiced and information provided in this material are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Sell your home fast and for the most money with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce!
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees when used as directed. Spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenickleyGroup.com.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Rich. R-I-C-H. That's Rich. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Afternoon, Colbert crew. So, Jim, you were talking about leaving Las Vegas earlier with Nicolas Cage and Elizabeth Shue. And you're right years ago about Elizabeth Shue. There's something about her. She is just absolutely gorgeous back in her day.
Oh, yeah, man.
In the 80s and in the 90s. Nice girl.
That movie's brutal, though.
Okay, so let me get it right here. Honka, honka, aruga, howling sound, with a slap on the tush. Not good, correct?
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah.
Hey, Jim, I was checking out at Publix one day, and I had vanilla ice cream, chocolate ice cream, strawberry ice cream. I had bananas, strawberries, pineapple, hot fudge, and whipped cream. And the lady behind the counter goes, "Oh, we're having banana splits." I said, "Nope. I'm building a ice cream truck, and this is the last piece." Have a good day.
All right, man. You got it, buddy.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? Oh, Jimmy, props for the factoids about Indonesia there. That Buddhist temple, world's largest that you were discussing, actually sits on a cliff above one of the most famous surf breaks in the world. It's called Uluwatu. And unfortunately, the government has taken over. They're absolutely raping this beautiful, pristine environment, creating roads. And yes, Jack, never, ever plant bamboo. Aloha.
Aloha. Hey, somebody just texted in. Sorry. Excuse me. Somebody just texted in and said it was illegal. It says, like, spreading bamboo is illegal now. It says spreading bamboo has been outlawed.
Really?
Yeah, it says you can only buy a clump of bamboo in Florida.
They say, yeah, clumping bamboo is the only thing available in Florida.
Yeah, and that's what I got. We got it was like a 2-gallon pot.
Okay.
And each pot had like maybe 4 or 5 stalks of bamboo in there.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically just pull it out and plant it. So we just dug a bunch of holes, stuck it in the ground, watered it a little bit. You really don't have to do much, man. This stuff grows. It can grow through concrete. It's crazy. And it goes, dude. You can literally watch it grow. I'm not joking. Your 6 o'clock keyword is Rich, R-I-C-H. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Rich is the word, guys. Hope you win. Get out there and get that money. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
He is.
How much coffee do you drink a day, Jack?
1 to 2 cups.
1 to 2 cups. What makes it a 2-cup day? Is it time?
They're both in the morning, and it would be one if I finish that first one. If I feel okay, I'm ready to go. If I'm just like, yeah, I would like another one.
When you say ready to go, do you drink it for purpose? Or for pleasure?
It's both.
Okay.
Both, I would say. It's pleasure. I look forward to it. I get up. I like when my wife gets up 10 minutes before me, at least, because I know it's going to be ready.
Oh, yeah, you get a cup of coffee coming?
Yeah.
And how do you prepare your coffee?
A little Pure vanilla creamer. And Pure is the Aldi brand, and it's like that Sweet Bliss where it is just cream sugar and flavor.
And vanilla, right?
Vanilla, yeah.
So you don't put any other sugar in there because it has sugar in there.
That had sugar. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's just
Do you like it a little
three
sweet?
servings of that and coffee.
3 servings?
Well, they say
you like it real sweet?
No, not too sweet. But a serving is a tablespoon.
That's a lot, dude. 3 tablespoons of that stuff in a cup of coffee? Anyway.
About 100 calories.
How about you?
1 cup.
That's it. Never 2 because there's a stomach thing?
Generally, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a second cup of coffee. It depends how much time there can lapse between the first cup because once you drink that second cup and your stomach says, not a good move.
If you drink that second cup and you didn't have like a big dinner the night before?
Yeah. No, the acid in your stomach is just.
I hope that doesn't happen to me when I get old.
You'll eventually get there, Jack. I have almost 2 every day. By the way, you brew your coffee? Or do you have like a Keurig? And then, Jack, you brew or Keurig?
Yeah, brew.
Yeah, so a Keurig.
Yeah.
Keurig, right?
No, he does a drip pot, right?
You have a
It's
drip pot?
yeah. Actually, it's a combo. It's got a Keurig on the side.
Yeah.
But
we've got that one.
So fancy. You guys are so fancy.
No.
Okay, Mr. Nespresso.
So
I got it
fancy.
$70 on sale. You spend $70 on coffee in a week.
He ain't lying. How many coffees do you have?
I have 2 almost every morning, and but it is a time situation for me. I like a little half and half, and I use raw sugar because raw sugar still has the molasses in it, and it gives you a much better kind of rounder flavor. I think that granulated white sugar has a bit of a synthetic flavor to it, and I don't care for it. It's too sweet. This other sweet is kind of a warm sweet, and white sugar is kind of a shrill sweet, which I don't care for.
Harsh?
Yeah, a little bit. Like shrill, whatever you want, however you say it.
Someone sounds fancy.
I'm not fancy. I just know what I like.
You're using shrill to describe sugar.
Thank you.
Come on, man.
And a warm sweet versus a shrill sweet.
It says in a review of
Chorizo.
in a review of the latest research, the American Heart Association found that multiple cups of your morning brew will not have a negative health effect on you. But now how much you drink does matter. It says in a study published on July 20th, researchers found most adults can safely consume up to how many cups of coffee per day?
3.
Without increasing cardiovascular disease. Is that just from like the caffeine and your heart going crazy? Is that what would cause it to go bad?
Between that and the sugar and the creamer.
Yeah, I think it depends on how you're drinking the coffee.
Yeah. It says, and by the way, these findings are based on black coffee.
Oh, wow. Just black coffee.
Yeah, just black coffee.
I'm still going to say 3 cups just because of the stomach issue.
I think 3 sounds about right.
5 is the answer.
What?
Yeah. That's about how much my grandfather used to drink every day of his life. My grandfather drank coffee every minute of every day. Occasionally, he would have like a Fresca. that was his respite from coffee, but it was coffee all day long. The cup, the pot never was cold. His coffee pot was never cold. Every time I came to his house, his coffee pot was always warm because he was always drinking coffee.
Black coffee.
Yeah, I think he did drink black coffee, and I think my old man drank black coffee too. My daughter only drinks black coffee. My wife and I drink it the same way. She doesn't like half and half, so she does just milk with sweet and low, or no,
stevia.
Yeah,
Splenda.
Credit to the people who can drink black coffee. Their life is easier.
Well, it is easier.
Yeah,
but I will tell you this. I think that's dependent on what kind of coffee you drink. Because if you go to like some places like Dunkin' or 7-Eleven or Wawa or whatever, I mean, that's good enough coffee or whatever, but you're not having like a real coffee experience, I don't believe. And I don't believe you can have that at Starbucks either. And I'm not trying to be a dick to anybody out there, but there are a couple coffee shops in town. I've said it before. If you want to taste what real coffee tastes like, just take a few minutes of one of your days, one of your weekends, and go to Lineage over at Easton Market off of Corinne down by Baldwin Park, right? Mm-hmm. That it is pour over coffee, but it's the bean, man. And when you taste that coffee, don't put anything in it. Don't put any sugar, any cream in it until you taste it black. And you will never experience a cup of coffee like that before in your life. There are fruity notes in that coffee. It is so unbelievably good that you will get notes in that coffee you can't explain.
I am waiting to taste a note. I have not tasted a note yet. With cigars with bourbon.
So when
with anything I eat or drink, I don't taste notes.
You do. You just don't understand it.
Correct.
Okay, so if you drink bourbon, you can't tell me you can't taste like vanilla and orange in that. You can't taste that in bourbon.
That's why.
Well, there's only been 2 bourbons of the week, so we're still learning.
He drinks a lot of damn bourbon. I got him a really good bottle of bourbon 2 years ago.
And it is good. I do enjoy that one, but I'm doing, what am I adding? Sugar water, a cherry, and an orange.
Right. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just drink it straight up, man. If you get a good cup of coffee from Lineage and you drink it, I guarantee everybody out there, if you do this, and I'm not trying to blow them up, I got no side deal with them. I just know that it's the best cup of coffee. There are 2 cups of coffee I remember specifically. Every Saturday morning, I used to go to Lineage Coffee when I lived down there, and I would get coffee, and I'd go to Old Hearth and get pastries. It was glorious that you lived that close to something that produced that quality of product. And the other one was at the Waldorf Astoria.
Oh, damn.
We got room service. And by the way, the room that we got that weekend was a freebie. A guy that we knew years ago offered us a free weekend up there, and we went up and stayed there the weekend. Tori went to the spa. I played golf, whatever. Their in-room coffee that they bring just for their service in the morning was one of the best cups of coffee I've ever had my entire life. I remember it. It was like literally 12 years ago, and I remember it, every single minute of it. It was that good.
It should be for the Waldorf Astoria.
Yeah, man, I don't even know what we paid for it. Probably $30 for that carafe of coffee. But I'm telling you, it was worth it. Worth every drop. And like when you go to Lineage, they're not giving that out either. I mean, you're paying $7.50 or so for a cup of coffee. But I'm telling you, man, if you want that next level experience, and everybody does this, right? Everybody once in their life will go and have that steak you've heard about, or go to that seafood restaurant and have that pasta dish. And you know it's going to cost a bunch of money, right? Everybody's going to go out there and order a tomahawk steak one day. They're $115 a piece, but somebody's going to do it because they've heard so much about it, because it's that one-in-a-lifetime experience. For me, the food thing in that world, the taste, that's where you guys talk about going to Europe. I would spend that money traveling around the U.S. eating at the best restaurants. That's what would excite me.
Oh, no, you need to take that same money and go to Europe and have your gastronomical mind blown.
Yeah, but I heard when you go over there, though, they mark you as a rube. And you go over there and they give you that. It's like in that one vacation movie when they do Europe. Like everybody thinks they're getting fancy food, and they're just microwaving it in the back.
Well, when you show up with your name embroidered on a beret, you've just marked yourself as a rube.
What a great reference!
Thank you, Deborah.
I mean,
Rusty.
Yeah, exactly. Just try not to make yourself look like a rube. No, but that would, somebody else texted us at 77031 and said their mom used to drink 5 pots a day. Said she never drank anything but coffee or water.
Wow. Yeah.
I wasn't worried about coffee. When my mom drank the same coffee the way I drank it, or I drink it the same way she does, and she lived to 93, so I figured health-wise, I'm always interested with, what the routines of people who live
for a very long time.
Yes.
Yeah, my grandfather died at 83. My dad is currently 85, and I think they both kind of had I don't know if my dad still drinks coffee like that, but I know when he was driving a truck, he drank it all the time. I mean, that was that's how you started your day as a truck driver.
Yeah.
Load up with coffee, a little bit of meth. You get out there and get it going. All right, 407-916.
All the kids are doing it.
1041. Text us at 77031. Let's take a little break. Our buddy Scott Brown's up next with It's Only Money.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
A Texas man will spend the rest of his life behind bars after being convicted of driving while intoxicated for the 12th time.
Does he get put in the same place as all of the other violent lifers? Like, that's a decent thing to think about, too.
Were you just going to say that's a good question to your own question?
Yes.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
Roadways are busy and so are emergency crews, clearing up a couple accidents. On the beach line, eastbound at John Young Parkway, that off-ramp is partially blocked. There's a crash northbound on Florida's Turnpike before I-4 off to the shoulder. On the Greenway southbound, just south of the beach line, there's an accident getting cleared up. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by OUC. Is your AC working overtime? OUC customers can upgrade to a high-efficiency HVAC system and get money back with rebates. So staying cool means saving more. Don't just go green, get green. Visit ouc.com/getgreen.
Man, here's what I know. There is no question that if you have plumbing problems in your home, the entire place comes to a screeching-ass halt. No showers, no flushing toilets, no working sinks. It sucks, and everybody knows it. That, my friends, is why you need a really good plumber on call at all times. And I found Modern Plumbing Industries to be those guys. I was actually telling this story today to somebody who was working around my house about how these guys manufactured a part for me so that I could keep my sinks. They did this and didn't charge me an extra nickel. These guys are unbelievable. They have done everything we've asked them. We've had them in our house 3 or 4 times. We're now finding stuff for them to come fix. They're so good. Employee owned. They've been in it 1975 is when they opened up, and they do it all plumbing issues, gas, water heaters. And when you book your appointment, just mention the Jim Colbert Show. You'll get a $50 discount right off rip. You can call for 24-hour service anytime, 407-327-6000, or you can find them online easily at modernpi.com.
Hey, this is Tanner from Zero Res. There are lots of ways to clean your carpet, but only one Zero Res. No harsh soaps, no sticky residue, just a deeper clean that dries faster and lasts longer. Zero Res, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Offices Orlando.
Hey, it is Ryan Seacrest here. Want to bring a little Hollywood excitement to your day? Take a few spins with Chumba Casino's brand new game, Ryan Seacrest 10K Ways. It's free and features 10,000 ways to play, giving you nonstop action, including thrilling bonus respins and cascading reels. Every spin brings something new, so step into the spotlight, enjoy the excitement, and play today at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T's and C's. 21 plus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and we're hiring listing agents. Maybe your kids are self-sufficient now, and you're ready to jump back into the workforce. Or perhaps you're stuck in that demanding job, and the compensation just doesn't match your hard work. Are you ready for a career move that will be rewarding and earn you the high income you deserve? If you enjoy delivering great customer service and working with people, I want to talk to you. At Mark Spain Real Estate, we have all the components to make you successful as a real estate agent fast. Go to joinmarkspain.com. That's joinmarkspain.com and apply today.
Discover /Distillery, a unique distillery and blending house focusing on creating one-of-a-kind spirits in the heart of Winter Park. Step into their modern tasting room for expertly crafted cocktails at a truly elevated experience. /Distillery. Visit drink/.com.
Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
When you need cash, some lenders hand you a checklist a mile long. At Amscot, walk in with 3 things: photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Then walk out with $50 to $1,000 in minutes. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life. In Office Orlando.
Dining out? Yikes. Couldn't be me. Except, wait, it is me? Because now, for a limited time at McDonald's, I can get a classic McChicken or sausage burrito for just $1.50. You heard that correctly. $1.50 USD. That's less than the gas to get there. Or 1 hour of parking. Or, well, honestly, most things right now. Leave it to McDonald's to come through for me and the crew when we need it the most. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's. With refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba. To crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here. Now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You heard everything. Incredible! iHeartRadio and Fox Sports brought you every 2026 FIFA World Cup moment.
Absolutely free.
Magical! The entire sports world is waiting for you on the iHeartRadio app.
Football is coming.
Touchdown! The official NFL podcast network. Plus the second half of the baseball season.
Oh my goodness!
All the sports you love, all in one place. All free. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
And search sports.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Good evening, Colbert crew. Dan the plumber here.
Hey, Dan.
I start my day by stumbling to Mr. Coffee and filling them up to the 12 line and letting it ride. I have a whole pot, straight black, and sometimes I consume it by 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes it's still there 1, 2 in the afternoon. I mean, I'm driving home from the job and I just took my last sip out of my thermos and it's still warm.
Good. Well, how do you
Coffee
sleep?
all day, every day, just like 104.1, all day, every day.
Love you, brother. I don't know how you get to sleep, though.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. I have to ask, Jimmy, did you just ask if it's okay to say how much weight have you lost to someone at the workplace?
It was a dude.
You're probably not a good idea.
It's a dude. It's different.
Follow Devin Jack's advice on this one. Anyway, cheers. Have a wonderful
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Everybody's always looking out for me, Jack. They don't want me to make big mistakes to make myself look stupid, Jack.
That's the beauty of the talkback system. You can send Jim this worldly advice that he so very much needs.
All right. 407-916-1041. Text 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Let's do It's Only Money.
Helping people passionate about planning for their future rise above investment myths to build real wealth. Isn't that really just common sense financial advice? It's both.
Late again.
Okay. It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth.
Good luck for Scott Brown. EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Scott, how are you, good friend?
I am outstanding.
Before you say another word, let's go around the room real quick. How many cups of coffee, or do you believe that he even drinks coffee?
I do, and I'm going to go 4.
I got to tell you, I'm not 100 he does, because Scott is a bit of a health nut, works out every day, takes good care of himself.
Good point.
Doesn't drink stupid stuff, doesn't eat stupid stuff, does some stupid stuff.
Okay.
Lots of stupid stuff.
Yeah. Jack, do you believe he drinks coffee, and if so, how many a day?
You've talked me down. I like that 4 number, but I'm going to go now because you told me how fit he is. I would have never guessed.
Yeah.
1
cup.
You would have never guessed I was fit.
And you're
Thanks, Jack.
You're a 1-cupper?
You know what? I'm going to say he doesn't even do coffee. I'm going to say that he's going to do some kind of an electrolyte drink. He's going to do
a smoothie or something like that.
I think he's
crying out
I think he's going to look.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Come on. I'm not like that Live Forever guy drinking that green slop or whatever.
And it doesn't matter. Now he's got some kind of crazy disease.
He is married to a Colombian, though, so I would like to assume it's all coffee all the
Yeah,
time.
no, that's a weird thing. Before I answer that question, my wife does not drink coffee.
As a Colombian.
Which I think is against the law.
Yeah. Some of the best coffee in the world comes from there. Yeah.
It for sure is. So I drink exactly 1 cup of coffee in the morning and 1 espresso in the afternoon.
Do you really?
Wow.
That's a very European thing to do.
Yeah. If I drink, I occasionally, if I'm just
drag and I'll throw down a cup in the afternoon. But I'm also a snob. Like, I like really good coffee.
Right? Yeah. Where do you get yours? What do you do?
I don't mind Starbucks, but there's a couple other places around town. I like there's Foxtail has a decent cup of coffee.
They do. Have you tried Lineage yet over at East End Market?
No, but I've heard.
Buddy, listen to me. Please listen to me.
Yeah.
Run your ass over to Lineage and have a cup of pour over. Don't do anything fancy and don't put anything in it until you drink it.
Well, I drink it black anyway.
Buddy, let me tell you, you are going to have a much different coffee experience
I've
at Lineage.
heard that.
It is unbelievably good.
Yeah.
It is so different than any coffee that you've experienced before. And I hope I'm not overhyping this, but the first time I tried a cup, I remember taking that first sip and said, I've never experienced coffee that hit me like that. I mean, you can taste different notes in the coffee. Like when they tell you this coffee has this, like mine had a bit of an orange thing to it, a tinge of orange in there that you could taste after it got off your palate. Unbelievable cup. Unbelievable experience.
Is theirs the flash frozen version that they use, or do they use like actual fresh grounds?
I think they do fresh ground.
Pour
and by the
over?
way, and don't think you're going to slide in and slide out. This is not a Starbucks I'm calling in for my coffee scenario.
Yeah.
This is you wait in line and they pour it over and they make it cup by cup. They grind it cup by cup. And it takes you a good 8 or 10 minutes to get a cup of coffee, maybe sometimes longer.
So the number one cup of coffee, and this will be the coffee show. The number one cup of coffee I've ever had. So I go to Guatemala most years on a good works kind of trip, and a cup of fresh, literally straight out of the field, ground and dried coffee in Guatemala overlooking the rainforest is absolutely the best cup of coffee I have. I will literally fly for 4 hours to have that cup of coffee.
That's great, dude.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. So I was telling those guys before, the other one I had that was amazing, and I don't know where they sourced this from, but we had a free weekend at the Waldorf.
Yeah, I heard that part.
Out there, and their room service coffee was so good. I just couldn't believe I just couldn't stop commenting on how good it left a film on the on the cup on the inside because it just had that great body to it.
It makes you oil that floats on the top. That's the best.
It makes you want to drink it till like you're vibrating. It's like 2 o'clock and you're shaking. It's like the wife wants to know why.
Yeah. Well, Scott joins us every single Tuesday around this time to talk about some things with your portfolio. Of course, he runs and manages EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. That's where you could go and take the free wealth DNA test, which is right there, which is very cool, by the way.
Yeah. I think, it's one of the coolest things we've ever done. And it took me a while to get it done. I worked with Professor Christoph Morin, who's actually based out of Hawaii, and he and I worked for several months to put together the questionnaire to decide, okay, how do we explain to people their personality traits and how those personality traits play out with their money? And with a lot of trial and error, we finally got it nailed down. So if you go to EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com, you can download the test. I've said it a million times. Take it with your significant other because it's a lot of fun to kind of look at each other and deny that you do the things that the test is saying you do, and have your significant other say you 100% do all of those things.
And the other thing, too, is I think it's super important to point out that your personality could be a bit of a speed bump in the way that you look at your finances. And I think this will this will show you maybe where you could either improve or where you could lean on some help to kind of get to that next level.
Or how you offset each other. Like for me, I everybody has weaknesses that affect their economics. And some people less than others, obviously. But we all have things that we do where we look back and go, well, I wish I probably should have done that differently.
Right.
But the problem is a lot of people look back and say, I should have done that differently, but don't do it differently.
Right.
Because they don't recognize exactly what it is they did. The Wealth DNA test kind of helps you think about, oh, yeah, I see what's telling me that I overreacted in the last down market. I sold my whole 401k to cash, and that's why today I don't have the returns a lot of the people I know do.
And when you take the test, it'll spit out what's the word I'm looking for?
Score?
Yeah, just a score or, just
a descriptor?
Yeah, that's exactly it, right? And the cool thing is you can actually call Scott with that information, and you guys can work through that information that you receive. He can kind of explain what that may mean for you and things like that. It's a good way to start your relationship with Edgewater.
Yeah, some people, one of the labels is a protector. Maybe you're a person who's, primary goal in life when it comes to money is protecting your family.
Right.
You're a little risk averse because you're like, this mistake could cost my kid college or something to that effect. And while sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's also a bad thing and makes you miss opportunities. Some people are what we call a wealth commander, and that's a person who wants to take their finances and beat them into the ground and wrestle them into submission. And sometimes that doesn't work so well either.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I know that coming in today, by the way, it's EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. You can go to the pull down bar and make a reservation, not a reservation, but make a consultation for these guys. You can just call up, and they got a couple books there we'll tell you about in a little bit as well. First things first, though, congrats.
Thank you. I'm a grandpa.
Our boy Bratcher, whom you've heard on the show here a number of times.
Yeah.
When Scott's out doing his things, Bratcher, his son, comes in. They had a baby.
They did. Yesterday morning, they had a little girl, Draper Lucia.
Draper Lucia.
Yes. Draper Lucia Brown was born yesterday. She weighed 8 pounds and 7 ounces. She was a healthy, chubby little girl.
She's adorable, too, by the way.
Yeah, she is.
Beautiful little face. She's so cute.
She luckily doesn't look like me, so that's good. A positive.
Agreed.
I heard that from way too many people, by the way. But yeah, no, she's a cute little girl, and everybody's happy and healthy, so I appreciate it.
How's vibes at the house?
Vibes are, Everett's electric. My wife is, speaking of vibrating around the house, trying to figure out what things she's going to do next for that baby.
How's mom? Everything good?
Mom is great. I was telling Deb out in the hallway that when I got there yesterday, my son looked like he'd been run over by a truck, and my daughter-in-law looked like she just came out of a Hollywood set. I'm like, didn't this kind of reverse? She did all the work, and you look like crap. But no, everybody's doing great.
Yeah, very good. All right, so and I think you and I have had a couple conversations about this, and actually a little bit earlier in the show, we talked about the Poly Market, Kalshi, the prediction markets, right? And of course, we know that FanDuel, Hard Rock Bets, and things of those nature. We know for a fact that's already having an adverse effect on specifically young males, for sure.
Correct.
The Poly Market thing was just disgusting because we were talking about how they allow you to bet on wildfires, how much acreage that'll ruin, how many houses get burned, and things of that nature. But you have not a different look, but you have a look on this as well, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, that some of the obvious concerns, again, sports betting brings. We've seen a huge uptick in the number of scandals in professional sports and people shaving points and doing things in college sports that they shouldn't do. And nobody should be surprised by that. These are young men. Sometimes they come from impoverished backgrounds. And if somebody says, look, man, I'll throw you $50,000 if you miss a layup every once in a while, I'm going to probably consider missing a couple of layups.
Yeah.
So aside from that, though, I think the biggest thing people aren't considering when it comes to these gambling things for these young men, and I think I just gave you a stat that less than 16% of Americans read a book last year, but 56% of Americans placed a bet.
Wow.
Now, I don't know about you, but that feels like a bad thing.
That doesn't feel productive, does it?
Does not feel good. And so one of the things, one of my big pushbacks on it is not necessarily the gambling itself, which is bad enough, right? It's bad enough that you're going to place a bet that more than likely you're going to lose. There's a reason that these large companies, I'm not going to name any of them, but these gambling companies have an average market capitalization of $16-17 billion. They're huge money-making companies, so forget the fact even that you're not going to win most of your bets because that's statistically how it works.
And you don't hear about that on social media. All you hear about is people who put a $1 bet and won $30,000.
Yeah, I mean,
they only push the good side of it.
These companies are making billions of dollars, not because they lose, right? You have to keep in mind that the house has the advantage in every circumstance, which is fine. If you had to drive to Vegas to get that done and it was a once-a-year thing, fine, that's entertainment. I really don't care that much. The problem is we now have a whole group of young men in particular, ages 17 to about 30, that truly believe this is a mechanism for building wealth. They see it on social media, and it's not even so much that it's not going to work, it's what happens after it doesn't work. And what happens after it doesn't work is they become bitter. They look at this thing and they say, well, I bought the meme stock, or I did, the prediction markets, or I bet on the wildfire, the pitch count, or when we're going to bomb people in Iran. I did all these things and I didn't make any money. And what they're not going to say at the end, from age 17 to 30, they wake up one day, they don't have any money, they're living in their mother's basement, and they're not going to say, I made a mistake.
Right.
They are not going to say that. What they're going to say is the system is rigged.
Yeah.
It's against me. I'm bitter. I'm angry. And there is nothing, Scott Galloway would say, there's nothing more dangerous than a bitter single man with no opportunities.
Absolutely.
They are dangerous human beings, and we are creating millions of them by doing this. So what they're going to say is, well, I'm not going to do my 401k. I'm not going to put money in an IRA. I'm not going to save. I'm not going to use a bank because it's all rigged.
Right.
And the reason it's all rigged is because they've been gambling for the last 13 years and have not used any legitimate sources for building wealth and capital.
So they apply their losses on Hard Rock Bet or any of the other platforms to the stock market, to losing in the market. Because, you could make the argument that the stock market is no different than a Hard Rock Bet app or a Kalshi Bet or something like that. Some people would try to make that correlation. I know it's different, but I know that some people would try to make that. that.
Well, it's a false equivalent. I mean, it's not the same. These are real companies with real profits, with real employees, with real products, and on and on and on.
With
and
history
on.
that we can
with
track.
A history that pay dividends and that have grown from this price to that. I mean, I could go on all day at how ridiculous that comparison is. But again, it's not that I'm necessarily against gambling. You know, a friendly bet on the golf course is always fun. But the reality is we are convincing an entire group of young men that this is actually a way to accumulate wealth. They actually believe this because they see the Lamborghini, they see the Corvette, they see the 23-year-old with the
stacks and
with the women
Rolexes,
and the money and all the things that are not real.
Right.
And it is the probability of you acquiring wealth like that is almost zero.
Right.
But again, I don't even have a problem so much with that. It's what happens when we have 30 million 25-year-olds
bankrupt
that are bankrupt. They have no possibilities. They're not finding a spouse. They're not procreating. They're just pissed off. And that is a very dangerous group of human beings we are building, and it's because we've allowed this to happen.
It was about 2 years ago. We had somebody call in. It was a teacher, female teacher. It was a call, wasn't it, guys, or was it a text? Do you guys remember this? She called in. We had asked the question, like, how many people do you believe are, under the age of 20 or 19 or whatever with this bet app? And a lady called in, and she's a teacher at a high school here in Central Florida somewhere. And she said she posed that question to her class. And out of the 31 people in her class, every single teenage boy, with the exception of one, raised their hand when she asked them if they had the Hard Rock Bet app on their phones.
And these are high school kids.
High school kids.
Yeah, so we're burying them before they even get out the door. We are burying them with false belief. We are burying them with no opportunity. We are for the ability for these companies to make. I mean, I've been kind of taken to task for calling these companies out, but it's utterly terrible. It's just abhorrent behavior, and it's not going to end well for some. I don't know how many people are between the ages of, say, 15 and 30 young men, but it's a lot of them, and many of them are going to be very, very, very unhappy at some point, and we're all going to be very, very unhappy that we let them become unhappy.
Yeah, and I don't know what you do about that, Scott. I mean, I guess the only way to do that is to find legislators or politicians that feel the same way, vote those people in the office so that they pass some type of regulation that regulates people to how much they can bet, what they can bet, where they can bet. But again, in a free market, in a free society, that's hard to do because, I mean, we look in America here, we look at, hey, you got the money? You can spend it how you want.
I get it, man, and I'm not necessarily against it. I'm just telling you what the repercussions are going to be.
Right, yeah,
you can say it's a free country and you can do these things and it's totally fine, and I really can't argue with that. I mean, I get it. We're a free will people, and I'm in favor of that. But I am telling you that if we don't find a way to nudge these young men in a different direction, which is kind of government's role, is not to be overbearing, but to nudge in the proper direction. But to your point on the politicians, I mean, there's so much lobbying money being thrown at these politicians. I don't see an end to it anytime soon.
I can't even imagine how much the tribe spends.
Oh, my gosh.
I can't even imagine how much the tribe spends.
Well, go ahead.
I once read this quote, very wise individual who once said, gambling is a slow-moving cultural suicide.
That was a brilliant man.
Who said that?
That might have been me. And it might have been 15 minutes ago.
It was a text I got within the hour from Mr. Scott Brown.
Yeah. So, Scott,
he nailed it.
If you're, again, I mean, I know that you're not trying to parent for people out there, but if you have, we have a lot of people that listen that have kids in this wheelhouse and that, maybe in that 17 to 25-year-old age, luckily I don't have anybody. I have 3 daughters and a son.
Yep.
My son doesn't really gamble on that. He does like going into the market. He's been buying and selling stocks a little bit, just kind of toying around with that, but he doesn't really sports gamble because he has friends that do. And he sees exactly what happens to them. But I mean, how would you explain to somebody that, hey man, you probably need to sit your kid down and have a real man-to-man and say, hey, look, this is not a good path.
I mean, if it were me, I mean, my son's 32 and he doesn't do any of it, but he, like you said, he has friends that do. If it was my policy in my house, it'd be no. Not till you leave my house. You are not to gamble on any. You're not to have an app. If I'm paying your phone bill, you do not get an app. You don't get to do any of that. And the more, we know men's prefrontal cortexes don't develop till 25.
Right, yeah.
Right? They're just making I made bad decisions. I just didn't have the ability to do what they have the ability to do. Had I had the ability to sports gamble on my phone at 22, I for sure would have done it.
Well, and the other thing too, Scott, is like, on top of that, you're not regulating how deep the hole can get. I mean, right. you're not, the whole double down thing. Oh, I lost $1,000 today gambling on this, so I got to find some money and I got to double down on this. And And again, next thing you know, you're $6K in the hole. You've sold everything you own. You're stealing from your parents.
Yep. And it's the highest suicide rate of any addiction. Gambling is the highest suicide rate of any addiction.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
I
true.
mean, the abject feel that you've just destroyed your life. There's no way to get it back.
Yep.
You've watched, a lot of investigation discovery as I have.
Yeah.
Gambling debts are, it leads to people making all kinds of horrendous choices
For
because
sure.
they're so deep financially in the hole.
Deb, that story I just told you the other day about that woman who thought she found a letter and thought that her boyfriend had won a big
like $5 million inheritance.
Like an inheritance. That's exactly what it was, right? But it was like $30 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she thought that was, she thought it was for him. She kills him thinking that he's going to get this money and she's going to get the money. She's married to him, right? Turns out the letter was a fake letter.
Oh my!
Trying to scam him out of money.
Lovely. Well, again, that's the greed is a problem, and
Right, yeah.
and gambling appeals to the greed in young men in particular.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not judging. I would have done it. Had I had access, I would have done
Well,
it.
think about Shohei Ohtani, right? Shohei Ohtani's
that's so crazy.
manager stole how much from him to gamble with? How about that kid from the Jacksonville Jaguars? Remember that?
Yeah.
Who stole all that money from Shah Khan? It's like $7 or $8 million, and he was gambling it all. Matter of fact, one of the conversations we had is how are they responsible? Because here's the thing, like I've said before, like even in Vegas, if you're coming in there, you're spending like $10K every 20 minutes, they'll be like, hey, man.
Yeah.
Slow it down. Slow you down a little bit.
Phil
Are you?
Mickelson. Look at Phil Mickelson.
Exactly. But but these guys did not do this to the guy. They just let this cat keep spending money over and over and over again. And I was like, I don't know, man. It seems like that dude should be. They should be responsible. And people are like, hey, it's a free society.
I know. It's a tough conversation.
Yeah. All right. Always just stay right there for a second because we want to do a little bit more and find out and let people know where they can get your books.
Sure.
Okay. All right. 407-916-1041. Deb, you heard it here first.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the DOJ investigating a Central Florida congressman. A local police chief announces their retirement. And no, what happened to one Kansas City man who was chasing a Mountain Dew bottle? You're not going to want to do it. But we're going to talk about that next during You Heard It Here first.
All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news and get the hell out of here on a Tuesday.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Tuesday, we are going to be expecting just a couple of afternoon and evening hit and miss showers and storms. We'll see about a 30% chance of rain. Temperature-wise, we'll be hot and humid still with highs in the mid-90s. Plan for a high of 95 degrees today in Orlando, which is above average, by the way. We'll be expecting feels like temperatures in the low 100s. We'll stay drier with only a 20% chance of rain through the end of the week with hot and humid temperatures, highs approaching the upper 90s in some spots. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Quantum Fiber Internet. Have you heard? Quantum Fiber from AT&T is offering a great deal on fast fiber internet. $55 a month for speed up to 1 gig. Find out more at quantumfiber.com. Seriously, grab this special deal now. Limited availability in select areas.
Stellar Nights at Orlando Science Center features a different laser light show every Friday and Saturday night, plus planetarium shows, exhibits, and observatory stargazing. It's all included with admission. Something for all ages now through August 1st. See the lineup and grab tickets at osc.org.
Hey Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop 3? Greenway Kia's 3 Central Florida locations give you access to 3 times the inventory. Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week only, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Summer is here, and if you want that fresh look that keeps you cool all season long, it's time to check out Hammer & Nails Grooming for Guys. Real Radio listeners, you mentioned my name, C-Lane, and get a $20 credit towards your first visit. But that's this month only, so book now at hammerandnailsgrooming.com. Hammer and Nails, total man care starts here.
Did you know that Budweiser has donated over $33 million to Folds of Honor, supporting families of fallen and injured military members and first responders? As Budweiser celebrates 150 years, Daytona Beverages is proud to continue that mission with the Folds of Honor Local Heroes Challenge. This summer, every Budweiser and Bud Light sold helps fund scholarships right here at home. So at the beach, on the boat, or at the grill, choose Bud or Bud Light and raise one for our local heroes. Daytona Beverages, locally owned and operated in Volusia County.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Our job as the local diamond experts at IDC is to help you find an exceptional diamond at an exceptional value.
That's Brian Stamey at International Diamond Center talking about IDC's commitment to protect the consumer with trusted guidance, full transparency, and fair pricing. That's never been more important than right now with the advent of lab-grown diamonds. Are you shopping for a lab-grown diamond or just want to learn how they're different from natural diamonds? Come to IDC to get the facts.
It's the consumer's choice. We're not pushing one direction or the other.
That's why IDC now has a huge selection both in natural and lab-grown.
Lab or natural, we don't want our customers to feel like they have to go somewhere else to find a piece of jewelry or to select a diamond.
So come to IDC and learn and compare. And whatever diamond you choose, IDC will set it in a spectacular designer mounting to create the perfect ring that matches her style, taste, and personality.
Our job is to help you create the ring that you are proud to give and that she's ecstatic to receive.
International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia.
MSC Cruises feel so stylish and European. Let's espresso and gelato.
Espresso and gelato? Those aren't verbs.
Yeah, on MSC Cruises they are.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm into the American stuff. Let's coffee and soft serve.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe later we can chaise lounge and espadrille?
I think you mean pool chair and flip-flop.
For a limited time, get up to 30% off cruises. Plus, get up to $500 onboard credit and kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
102 miles ago, the oil light came on. 100 miles ago, you noticed. Now, it's time to head to Take 5. This oil change, fall in love with your car all over again. In just 10 minutes, your dream technician will check your tire pressure, top off fluids, change your oil, and verify with Carfax exactly what your car really needs, all while keeping you in the driver's seat. Take 5, the stay in your car 10-minute oil change. Save up to 30% on your next oil change at Take 5. $15 value. Valid at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply.
Point! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
All the big moments of the 2026 FIFA World Cup were heard live on the free iHeartRadio app.
There's the final whistle.
Sports never stops.
The return of the NFL, baseball's second half.
And breaking news always.
Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead. So look ahead we shall tomorrow on Real Radio. Wednesday edition. That means Ray will be on the Monsters. You can check him out there. Don't forget, Monsters will have a whole new day of keywords that start at 9 a.m. every hour. We have a $1,000 keyword. Now, when it comes time for you to look ahead for you and your family's future in the time of family planning, whether it's a trust, will, or just that, estate plan, trust Ray Trenley and the team at TK Law. Online, it's onefirmforlife.com.
So apparently Apparently, Facebook is still a thing.
Search gym members and join our group.
Hey, look here, y'all. Remember that show called The Man Show back in the 90s? They talked about guy code, things that we should all know as a man. Yeah, let me remind y'all. If you're a man and you're driving a convertible and it ain't a Lamborghini or Ferrari, let your woman drive. You ain't tough. You're driving a Celica or BMW or Honda or whatever the hell it is.
I like how mad you are, buddy.
Let your woman drive. Guy code.
My woman drives me everywhere. I love it.
Random question. Whatever happened to playing hacky sack?
It's coming back.
People saw themselves doing it. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Takes coordination.
Scott Brown is as well. It does take coordination.
I've never hacky sacked.
I've never done it either. I'm not a hacky kind of guy.
Hacky nor sack. I don't like it.
Yeah. You do have 2 books, though, that people can hack. They can go to your website and hack it and then get these books for free.
Yep. You can go to EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com and download I Got a Guy, which is a guide to hiring a financial advisor if you're considering doing it, whether it's us or somebody else. It gives you a bunch of questions you can ask. And I Never Made Anybody Rich, which is my book about investing.
Again, we want to go take the Wealth DNA test. You can do that at EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. They'll send you the information, and you can book a consultation with these guys and maybe start on another path for your financial freedom. I think that's a good idea.
Sometimes they're 5 minutes, sometimes they're an hour and a half. It's whatever you need.
That's right, EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Deb, let's do You Heard It Here First.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on the Jim Colbert Show.
You Heard It Here First is brought to you by Stellar Nights at the Orlando Science Center. Now through August 1st, you can see the lineup. They've added more shows, and grab your tickets at osc.org. Just be aware, seats are first come, first serve, and please arrive early. Shows filling up quicker than they expected.
They were kind enough to offer some passes, which I still have. It'll be good for any ticket. My wife says, hey, do you have 2 of those tickets? I want to take my friend to go see one of the laser shows. I'm like, you better get there at 9 in the morning.
They recommend an hour before they give out the passes for the laser show itself. So if you're there an hour before, you can be in line for that.
Done.
The U.S. Department of Justice is investigating Central Florida Congressman Corey Mills. That's according to multiple sources familiar with the matter cited by ABC News. The investigation is reportedly focused, at least in part, on his finances. Now, neither the Justice Department nor the FBI has publicly commented on the reported investigation. No criminal charges also have been announced. Mills, however, is already the subject of an ongoing House Ethics Committee investigation. So he's having a good day.
He is.
After nearly 35 years of distinguished service in law enforcement, including the past 7 years leading the Mount Dora Police Department, Police Chief Michael Gibson has announced his retirement effective August 1st. Chief Gibson joined the Mount Dora Police Department in 2019, and prior to that spent nearly 3 decades with the Orange County Sheriff's Office. And before beginning his law enforcement career, I think this is kind of cool, served nearly 6 years as a security police officer at the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station.
Oh, that's cool.
Later earned both his bachelor's and master's in criminal justice from the University of Central Florida.
Damn, guy, this guy's a baller.
I know, exactly.
Why is he quitting? He doesn't want to chase that monkey around town?
That's exactly
especially
what it is.
now that he's heard that there's even more monkeys in Mount Dora. And then finally, a man in Kansas City got stuck inside the bowl of a porta potty for nearly 8 hours. All in an attempt to retrieve a Mountain Dew bottle. Joe Shelton with Patriot Portable Restroom says crews were picking up units after a World Cup watch party. When they found one restroom locked and a man who couldn't get out.
When they opened the door, the toilet seat was down, toilet was empty. The both of them were thrown back. Then all of a sudden, just like Oscar the Grouch popping out of the trash can, this guy's head pops up and says, I'm right here.
The man reportedly told responders he had climbed in to recover a Mountain Dew bottle he dropped the night before. Kansas City firefighters eventually cut open the porta potty to free him, then gave him an impromptu shower with a fire hose before sending him on his way.
They should have left that guy in there another 8 hours.
And you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
What was in the Mountain Dew bottle?
That's what I keep wondering, dude. It can't just be the dew.
Yeah.
It can't just be the dew.
It better be the geniest of all genies. That MFer better come out of there with wishes from every pocket.
Well, he came out smelling like the diaper genie. That's what he came out smelling like.
Who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank Scott Brown, Edgewater Family Wealth. Just in case,
Look at this guy.
just in case you missed Scott talking about coffee, his grandchild prediction markets, their wealth DNA test. His podcast has already been posted at the Jim Colbert Show. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Badass Bullware for running our YouTube chat.
Already smells like grandfather a little bit, you know? Like cedar and coffee. Like an old
that
cigar.
musty smell. Yeah.
What is
that was you.
I don't want that.
Like you have to, that smell you smell when you lift up a tarp for the first time in a while. Jack, question of the day.
Oh, jeez. In our YouTube chat, have you or do you take a GLP-1?
13% say yes.
21%.
Yes. Get in there.
How about that?
All right, Skinnies, there you go. Scott, always good to see you, buddy.
Likewise.
EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. All the good stuff is there. The Wealth DNA test, the free books, it's all there. And, of course, the opportunity to get a consultation and talk to one of their great professionals about your financial future. Again, that's EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, on behalf of Deb, Jack, and Scott, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Tuesday evening.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Give me a freaking break.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
2 right lanes are blocked now on I-4 eastbound.